What's good, my peopleizations? Let's get into this. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence fight is never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Phil J 508, my brother CB Sports TV, Black Alpha, A Rod 83 Rod, Joshua Sawyer, David the Real Thomas, Birth for Marketing, Rock Sports, Ancestral Rage, Omega Red, Blair Isaiah, Saved Out Savasio, salute. Captain Fool G, salute. MZ Talks Bakken, Jamaica Salas, Muhammad Arif, Romel Lane, Carl, Adrian Cole, David the Real Thomas, Alfred Morris, Vado Newton, Skills from New Orleans, Chuck Palumbo, Big Nick 32, Adrian Pittman, Chilltown Majors, KP from KC5, my brother, Jacob Hubbard, Avery Black, D. Hodges, Tilltown Majors, Carl Brown, my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell, Money Mate, Robbie Sanders. Smash the like button, man. Y'all see they're not going to send out my notifications. Right? They playing with it. Chuck Dollar, Bomb Squad for Life, salute. Jadavius 2310, Terry Shezel, salute. Ancestral Rage, Chilltown Man, salute. Mike Stacy, salute. We're going to get into this, right? Kirk Jordan, salute. What's good? Smash the like button. Get the likes to 100. Kendrick Booker, salute. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes up, smash the like button. We see they're not going to send out my notifications. They're going to play games with the channel and the algorithm. They're going to pretend like they, Piedmont Rock, salute. This is what they do. So smash the like button. Let's get the likes up. And let's get into this. It's Errol Spence Fight Week with Danny Garcia. Huge week of boxing. My brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Go subscribe to his channel. If you haven't, my brother Money Brown TV, go subscribe to his channel. Kanal Williams, salute. They have Terence Crawford's cousin and close friend on the channel. Keon had, and he was doing a debate with them. And great interview, great show. One thing I did take from it, the fight with Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, never gonna happen. JMJ 2121, salute. Zelly 1327, my brother, salute. LeVar Cooper, salute. And the reason it's not going to happen, there's a lot of delusion going on. All right? Alika Diamond, peace and blessings to you. Salute to Hawaii. There's a lot of, how can I put this? Christian Herrera, salute. There's a lot of, you could be a fan, right? You could be loyal. Rocco 3, salute. You could be loyal. You could be a fan, but you got to be honest. When the people around you are not being honest and everybody has the same mindset and thought pattern that you have, you could be successful, but you hinder yourself. Geo James Khalil 98, salute. You hinder yourself at the end of the day. Why do you say that, Blue? Because you have to, in order to have success, you have to fail. Mugen Vibe, salute. Right? Boston Dad, salute. In order to have success, you have to fail. In order to, it takes, hold on for a second. D Hodges, my brother, salute. So let me give y'all a little I'm gonna explain something to y'all, right? Uh, in so let me tell y'all this. This is what I believe. And again, I love Terence Crawford. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's the best pound for pound fighter right now. Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., salute. Vinny Vincent, salute. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes up to 150. They're not going to send out my notifications. This is what they're going to do. So let's smash the like button. Let's get it all the way up. Let's support the channel, support the grind, and let's make it happen. All right? So back to what I was saying. Um, I love Terence Crawford. I want to make this abundantly clear. Terence Crawford is one of my favorite fighters. I love Terence Crawford. I think he's the best pound for pound fighter in the world, as do most people, right? Terence Crawford and his team and his circle are doing him a disservice. And I hope that somebody from his team, and I hope that he's listening. They're doing him a disservice, right? Jay Lee, salute. Stanley Brown, salute. Pugilist Shiznit, salute. They're doing him a disservice. Why are they doing him a disservice? They're not, my brother Bish, B Megastar, salute. They are not giving them a difference of opinion. And what I mean by that is you have to, Darius Ewan, salute. So he didn't work hard for his wins. You can't be talking to me. Chris Garcia, salute. Darius Ewan. I don't know who you're referring to. Will Latimer, salute. I don't know who you're referring to. Dahlia Antoinette, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Okay. Smash the like button. I missed the super chat, too. Salute my brother Rashid Muhammad in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Okay, he said someone in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say that Calvin Johnson, salute. So, in order for you to heal, right? David Bohannon, salute. Rex Jamal, salute. You ever see when you get a cut and it starts to grow a scab? And when you have the scab, you got to peel the scab off. Sometimes the scab just is over it. And then you just got to pull the scab off so it can heal, right? Darius, you and we always going to be good, whether we agree or disagree. We family. So you stuck with me, brother. Regardless, you stuck with me. So, smash the like button, my peoples. Get the likes up. We have 230 people. Let's get 230 likes. Smash the like button. Come on, let's get the likes up. Get it up. Adrian Cole, salute. So, what I mean by this is nobody's peeling a scab for Terence Crawford. Underground Solid, my brother, salute. Nobody's peeling a scab for him. And what I mean by that is they continue to agree when they know that they're incorrect. And what I mean by that is this. They refuse to admit. Terence Franklin, salute. Costia Larentua, salute. Jay Sand, salute. They refuse to admit. They refuse to admit. See, there was, like, I was listening to the interview, right? And it gave me a real good, I have a good judge of character. Chef Curry, salute. Now, he has loyal people around him. But you ever hear this? Troy Ramsey, salute. Rodriguez, salute. Rogers, salute. Ryan Wright, salute. You ever hear you could be loyal to a foe? Right? DB100, salute. Some people could be loyal to a foe. Right? That they're so loyal that, right, even when you're wrong, they can't tell you you're wrong because they're so loyal. Right? Anthony Williams, salute. Right? They're going to continue to tell you you're right. And they overly loyal. Oh, I grew up with Bud since the mud. I'm Bud family. I'm Bud. That don't mean he's not wrong. Right? And I'm not saying Bud per se. You understand? Corey McGowan, salute. I'm not saying he's wrong. You understand? But maybe his viewpoint is incorrect. Marcus R, salute. And somebody has to have a different mindset, Hubble telescope, salute, in order for him to see a different point of view. If we all have the same mindset, Big Zo, salute, then we all fail together. Chris Ray, salute. You have to see it different. Somebody has to see it different from what I see so they can help me grow just as vice versa. 33 Machiavelli to Don, my bro, salute. What's good with you? You understand? Alfred Yasharala, salute. Big Zo, salute. Artwork, salute. Right? Somebody has to have a different mindset. Somebody has to have a different opinion. So that way, that entails growth. Shungu Walker, salute. Richard Poku, salute. Kareem Hassan, salute. See, Thomas Mullen, salute. But see, Mr. Mont, salute. So what happens is, you have to, in order to win, you have to lose. Right? In order to be successful, you have to be unsuccessful at something. Right? You understand what I'm saying? To be happy in life, you have to experience disappointment. You understand? I already checked it. No. I'll check both. Right? In order to be happy in life, you must experience disappointment, or you won't know the difference. In order to be successful, you have to fail. You have to be unsuccessful in order to know the difference. You understand? In order to win, you have to lose, so you know what winning is. You understand? But the people around Bud are not giving him an alternative, at least from my viewpoint. D-Town 54, salute. Yeah, exactly, bitch. But y'all learn from it. God's greatest, salute. Raymond Drelligen, salute. Short Dog, salute. Exactly, right? But the reason he's not, like you say, he's not a preceptor to change. Mr. De Niro, salute. The reason he's not Jose Diaz, salute, is because he's not getting, the only way he can be accepted to change is that he has a difference of opinion in his circle, so that he could see Raymond Draylen, salute. Be that bitch. Peace of bust to you, Queen. JDL Boxing, what's good? Fly High 89, that dude, Rojai, salute. In order for him to, if everybody in his circle is saying, or saw the God, salute, hey man, you right. Spence don't deserve 50-50. Hey man, you right. So at the same token, proud father, salute. I'm listening to the brothers build and talk. And they're saying that Errol Spence is the bigger fighter. He's the more lucrative fighter. He's the, fighting the big fights. But they're saying, well, that's because he's signed over here. And they saying, well, Fox promotes you, Fox and Showtime, and the PBC, they promote you better than Top Rank do. Well, whose fault is that? You follow what I'm saying? Mutant Vibe, salute. He said he need to say, yo, Spence, let's go. You want 60-40. I don't care what anybody say. Let's eat. Facts. But Turk 182, salute. But see, here's the thing. Right? They saying, well, yeah, Errol Spence. So they're agreeing that Errol Spence is the more lucrative fighter. He's the bigger draw. He's fighting the bigger fights, right? Albadorti, salute. Right? But then in the same token, Alex Corona, salute. They're like, well, Errol Spence don't deserve 50-50. What? There's no growth. Pookie 123's eyes, salute. Right? There's no growth. Because they are Terence Crawford. And I'm going to reach out to Bernie, too, because I believe Bernie's a very smart individual. I did reach out, and I think he reached back, but I didn't even get back to him. But Bernie's a very smart individual. They all understand, right, that they're being loyal to Terence Crawford. And that's great. But they're being loyal to Terence Crawford to a default. Love, hate, salute. You understand? They can't, the fans corner, salute. They can't admit, Stormy B Man, my brother, salute. Salute to my brother Stormy B Man. Leon Robinson, salute. So they can't admit and say, so they're telling you that they see what we see. Errol Spence is doing all the heavy lifting. Errol Spence is fighting the bigger fights. Errol Spence is more lucrative pay-per-view. But then you say, so Errol Spence deserves 50, 60, 40 split in his favor. No, he don't. Errol Spence not trying to fight Bud. That's the wrong. That, Terence Crawford. David Bohannon, my brother, salute. In the super chat, he said, thanks for all you do, Blue. Salute to you, King. Terence Crawford. I'm going to tell you like this. Adrian Vett, salute. If anybody connected to him, anybody listen, Terence Crawford. And it's great to have loyal people around you. But those loyal people will send you up the river. Take your cut, salute. I know this for a fact. Because, see, I know when listening to the brothers and listening, Akano Sammy Hassan, salute. Dapper Douglas, salute. They remind me of people in my circle. I have my brother, my personal brother, one of my brothers, my oldest brother, Denzel Horton, salute. In the super chat, Blue, they're right. Errol doesn't deserve 50-50. He deserves 70-30, but he's nice enough to offer 60-40. Exactly. Let me tell you guys something. AJ, Jeffy, hip hop, salute. My brother is the most loyal person I have ever met in my life. Moped Mosley, salute. My brother will, I can't do any wrong. My brother was just here watching the Tyson fight with me. My brother, if I can't do any wrong in his eye. But the difference is, that's to the public, right? That's to the public. See, here's where I understand the difference, where the difference lies. That's to the public. I can't do any, if it doesn't matter, my wife, my kids, my mother, my other siblings, my friends, anybody. My brother will never say, hey, he's wrong. Me and him is like this. My roadie from forever. We're like this. He'll no wrong, right? The difference is hot boxing life, salute. Baby Quan Quan, salute. Here's the difference. When it's just me and my brother, he'd be like, yo, bro, why you do that, man? You wild. Jamil Allen, salute. C Cut, salute. Emmanuel Hardwick, salute. My brother will tell me when it's just me and him, yo, bro, you wildin'. You wildin'. Now, he won't do that. Nobody else will hear him. Cerebral Shadowbox, salute. Nobody else will hear that. But he'll be like, you wildin'. Right? Hey, man, you did this, and this, bro. What you expect, bro? What you expect this, and this? That's who he is. And he's my younger brother. He's younger than me. Robert Brown, salute. But we don't see each other like that. There's no age. DB100, salute. But he'll tell me that, right? But then he'll be like, bro, next time do this. Don't do this no more. Do this, and this, yada, yada. I can tell that they don't do that with Terence Crawford behind closed doors. I could tell. I could tell that from the level of conversation. Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens. Salute. Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Dahlia Antoinette, the queen in the super chat. Peace and blessings to you, queen. I appreciate you 1,000%. Always coming through, holding me down and showing love. Dame 6674, salute in the super chat. He says, salute, King. You coming to the fight? No, I can't make it, man. Got things to handle. LK Tay, salute. Right? So, but the difference is, Bradford Bocina, salute. You know what my brother won't do? Because he knows that. See, behind closed doors, he'll tell me I'm wrong. In the public, he'll say, man, he'll defend me. Oakland LD, salute. Right? But what he won't do is, he won't talk in the public much. Meaning that he won't talk to anybody, so he don't have to be put in a position to choose. Harry Jones Jr., salute. So he don't be put in a position to say, to contradict himself. Combo Breaker 99, salute. So he'll avoid a conversation with somebody. Like my wife be like, hey man, your brother did, he'll be like, oh, really? Because he's never gonna put himself in a position that he he choose honesty over his loyalty to me, if that makes sense. So they refuse to choose honesty over loyalty. Breezy Browns, Calvin Johnson, Demetrius Hall, salute. They refuse to choose honesty over their loyalty to Terence Crawford. But in the public eye, they are choosing honesty. See, you could maneuver in a conversation like my brother Money Brown and Domingo Vanilla, salute. Money Brown and Keon. They're backing them into a position where they're choosing honesty, but they won't admit honesty, even though they're choosing it in a certain language. Clarence McLean, salute. And they don't even realize it. Gavin Washington, salute. You understand? So they put them in a position to choose. They're saying Errol Spence is a bigger star. Errol Spence is more lucrative. He's more of a big draw, right? Here's what they said. And this is Bomac's son, too. So here's one thing they said. Samuel Demond, salute. Smash the like button, man. We got 450 people. Let's get 450 likes. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes of 450, please. Get them likes up. Donnie Jones, salute. Smash the like button. Get it all the way up. Right now, we got 450 people. We don't even have 300 likes. Come on. Smash the like button. So, one thing they said in this interview is they said, well, the reason he fought Mikey Garcia, Breezy Brown, salute. The reason he fought Mikey Garcia and did successful pay-per-views because Mikey Garcia, Zeke Anderson, my brother in Super Chat, you do good work, bro, beloved. Peace and blessings to you. I appreciate you 1,000%. Seen and unseen boxing, salute. So they said the reason he did big numbers with Mikey Garcia. See, it's easy to maneuver and force somebody to speak the honesty. But see, here's the thing: they're never going to choose loyalty. They're never going to choose honesty over their loyalty, and they admitted it. Here's what. So he said. They said True Blue One, salute. Southside of Music, salute. They said, well, the reason he's doing big numbers with Mikey Garcia is because it was in Dallas and there's a huge Mexican fan base. I was at the fight. There was more Mexican fans there for Mikey Garcia than there was for Errol Spence. Nicholas Jackson, salute. Now here's where this is where you get yourself in a maze and you can't get out of it. Okay, so that was Mikey Garcia. That's your reasoning for him. But you admitting that's success, right? Yeah, that was successful. That was a success because you see, Mikey Garcia had a huge Mexican fan base. That's why it was successful. So here, key part. I want you to admit that it was success. It was a success. T-Town Cruz, salute. No. He said it was Jay Good, my brother. Jay Good, what's good with you, King? No. They said that the reason Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight was a success was because of Mikey Garcia has a huge Mexican fan base in Dallas, Texas. So, key point. Was it a success? Yes. You sure this was a success? The pay-per-view was successful. Jerry 216 Robinson, salute, with Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. Yes, it was a success. But it was only a success, Reggie Cheese, salute. It was only a success because of Mikey Garcia and his huge fan base. So, my brother Money Brown TV says, well, you're admitting that Mikey Garcia's fan base is bigger than Terence Crawford fan base. Yes, they say, yes. Philly Miz 215, salute. They say yes. Yeah, his fan base is bigger than Buzz. Elliot Burgess, salute. Emmanuel Pettigrew, salute. DeMarcus Mack, salute. Mr. DJ C92, my brother, salute. So you admit it says, yeah, he has a huge success, a huge fan base, yeah. Mikey Garcia is as, or if not more, Mr. Mont, salute, accomplished than Terence Crawford because he's a 4-division world champion. He's never been undisputed, but he's unified the belts. Jeffrey Smith, salute. So he's a 4-division world champion. Terence Crawford is a 3-division world champion. Tariq Reed, my brother in the Super Chat, he said 50-50, end of story, doubt, Buzz, scared of Spence, and vice versa. tired of the A side, B side bull. Well, Tariq Reed, you can't say that. Tito Trinidad, my brother, salute. Right hook 1000, salute. See, that's where it gets misconstrued. The business of boxing has always been the business of boxing. There's always been an A side and a B side. It boils down to, does the fighter want to fight? Jason Briggs, salute. Simply what it boils down to. Shallow 23, salute. That's what it boils down to. There's always an A side and a B side. If that's the case, every fight would be 50-50. That's not existent. JR not, salute. That's not realistic. That's not realistic. That don't. It's always a 50-50. I mean, a A side and a B side. Now it's up to the A side to say, okay, I'll give them 50-50. Herb Marion, salute. Sean Terence, Sports Talk 726, salute. Mayweather started the A side, B side. No, he did not. No, he did not. How could he start the A side, B side when he fought Oscar De La Hoya? Oscar De La Hoya clearly made it known that he was the A side, and Floyd Mayweather took a 70-30 split in favor of Oscar De La Hoya. So how could Tashawn Williams, Tracy Jones, salute, Cano Local Sports, salute. So how could Floyd Mayweather start A side, B side when Oscar De La Hoya was the reasoning, was made it be known that he was the clear A side, and stated that I'm giving Floyd Mayweather, if I'm gonna fight Floyd Mayweather, I'm gonna choose the gloves, I'm gonna choose the ring, I'm gonna choose the location of the fight, I'm gonna choose everything, and I'm only gonna give him 30%. Lionel Witherspoon, salute. Rampage Jackson, salute. G Fresh, salute. So that lets you know that he didn't start A side, B side. See how that works? Rodney Howard, salute. He wasn't even the A side when he fought Gennaro Hernandez. Gennaro Hernandez was the A side. Celtics Nation 67, salute. All West, salute. So there's plenty of times where Floyd Mayweather wasn't the A side, but you only hear about Money Mayweather. You don't hear about Pretty Boy Floyd. Julian Coolinson 86, salute. Julian Coolinson, let me wrench you up. There you go. Mike G, Roger Brown, Will Womack, salute. Okay, so with that said, back to my point is that, so then they said, well, that was a success because of Mikey Garcia. Anthony Maynard, salute. Brutal, salute. But it was a success, though. Yeah, it was a success, but it was a success because of Mikey Garcia. My brother, Buddy Lee Steen, what's good with you, King? Right? Moped Moses, salute. South Shore Angels, Angler Fishing, salute. So, Monopoly Inc. Music, salute. No, I can't, man. The D-Hive podcast, Farley, salute. I can't make it, man. So, smash the like button. We got 600 people. Let's get the likes up to 600. So, South Phoenix Rising, Warren Hennon, salute. Amir and Kaden, salute. So, they said, well, it was a success, but it was a success because of Mikey Garcia. Sylvester Stallman, 2011, June Bugger, salute, right? And so now, okay, but it was a success. Yes, it was a success. Okay, cool. So how did he do the same numbers? Well, and then hold on. Then they said, well, that's because the Mexican Latino fan base. Okay, so how did he do the same numbers with Sean Porter, who doesn't have the fan base of Mikey Garcia, who's not as accomplished as Mikey Garcia? Now, his resume is accomplished, but he's not as accomplished as Mikey Garcia as far as accomplishments, right? And Sean Porter is an African-American boxer, and the fight took place in Los Angeles, California. It didn't take place in Dallas. It wasn't with a Mexican fan base, right? And it was a less accomplished fighter in Sean Porter, who most people pegged as not even a big draw, that can't sell out anything. So how did he do identical numbers with Sean Porter that he did with Mikey Garcia, and you remove all the tangibles out? He don't have the Mexican fan base. He's not fighting in his backyard in Dallas, Texas, and he's not fighting a more accomplished fighter. that was undefeated. Mikey Garcia was a 4 division world champion, was top 5 pound for pound, and was undefeated. And held belts simultaneously in 2 different divisions at 140 and 135. With the huge, so you remove all of those intangibles, and all you have is Sean Porter, who was not, who had already had losses on his resume to Kell Brook and to Keith Thurman. Okay, he wasn't undefeated. He's not the big draw they say Mikey is. So how did he do the same numbers with Mikey? What's the common? What is the salute to Mr. Mark, my brother in the super chat. He said, "How come Errol did the same pay-per-view numbers with Porter if that was the case?" That's what I was getting to. That's exactly what I was getting to. Oh, my brother Kurt Anderson. Okay, Kurt. Call in. Call. Hit me up on the phone. Trick Noti, salute. Akando Sammy Hassan, salute. So, how did he do the same numbers, similar numbers, with Sean Porter, who's not a big draw, right? And wasn't not a Mexican fighter. Mark Fralin, salute. Renee Bashel, my brother Renee. What's good with you, Renee? Can't wait to get my link so I can have everybody on, man. It's fight week. So how could that be possible? Hold on 1 second, Kurt. Let me plug in the speaker. So how could that be possible, right? You there, Kurt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Got my brother Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka the historian. My brother, my co-host. What's good with you, Kurt?
Hey, Blue, man. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How you doing? What's up, chat? It's good. We got another big fight this weekend, man, and the fight keeps rolling on, man. And we talk about what happened past weekend and Danny Jacobs and Roy and the boys, and we got another big fight Saturday. I'm curious because I want to see what Errol looks like on Saturday night.
Oh man, I can't wait, Kurt. Man, I'm so eager for this fight. KG Alexander, Treslin Patterson, salute. Big brother Jay Good in the super chat, he said the flaw is the argument is the flaw in the argument is that Mikey and Bud both fought in the American Airlines Center Mavs in 2013 with 5,600 in attendance. Where was Mikey's Dallas Mexican fans? Exactly, exactly, and that's my point. My point is that I see that this is I realize and Kurt, I know you was listening too. That was a great interview, right? I was listening to it, man. I really enjoyed that. Shout out to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports, and shout out to my brother Money Brown TV, man. Because go subscribe to those two brothers. That was great, man. I enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that, Kurt?
Yeah, man. Keon got a great channel. Him and Marty Brown, they make a good punch, 1 and 2 combination, man. And it's one of my favorite shows. And they did a great job with the Crawford people debating them, going back and forth. Great boxing talk. Good job, 5 and 2.
Yeah, and I like how he controlled Keon and Money. I like how they controlled the atmosphere. There was no emotions tied in. There was no over talking everybody. There was no misunderstanding. I like the way the entire format. I like how he did it. So salute to them. Adrian Cole, salute in the super chat. This week is going to be is going to go by so slow. Yeah, because we can't wait to get to the fight. We can't wait to get John Kramer, salute, because we can't wait to get to that big fight, man. Peasy Palais, salute. Yeah, Kurt, man. So I was saying this, Kurt, and Kurt, we know a lot of people. Fastlane Jones, salute. We know a lot of people. Smash the like button. We got 600 people, 620 people. Let's get 620 likes. Smash the like button. Donald Favor, salute. We only got 15 likes. Lord Sweat Real, salute. We should have 600 likes. Smash the like button. Let's get it all the way up. So, Kurt, we know people, man, being from inner cities and urban neighborhoods and things of that nature. We always know, you always have people that's just super loyal. King John 1985, salute. That are super loyal and they loyal to a default, and it works against you, right? Where people that just always in agreement with you. Not that they don't have their own personality. Sosa, salute. Not that they don't have their own, personality, not that they don't have their own mindset. It's that their loyalty always gonna agree with you, right? And that's the problem, right? Salute to my brother Money Brown TV in the building. Money, man, that was a great show, man. Thank y'all, man, for doing that. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. I enjoy every moment, man. Every single moment. Lion of Judah 44, salute. And so you know these people, right, Kurt, that Stay Ready Boxer TV, my brother, salute. What's good with you? Go subscribe to my brother Stay Ready Boxer TV. Go subscribe to my brother Money Brown TV. So, Kurt, we always know these people, right? And they don't help you, they hurt you. Right, Kurt? My brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports in the building. Go subscribe to Keon, man. Thank you for bringing us that interview, man. It was great, man. I enjoy every single moment. I love how you control the atmosphere. I love how there was no emotion. It was only facts involved. Nobody was over talking anybody. I appreciate the fact that you muted everybody so we could hear and digest everything everybody was saying instead of everybody over talking each other and not being able to understand this person or miss something this person's. We was able to intake everything y'all was saying, man, and that was beautiful, man. Salute to my brother Keon and Money Brown TV. That was great work. Go subscribe to them, man. Go subscribe to those brothers, man. That was great work, man. Renee Bosh Young, what's good with you, Renee? Go subscribe to Renee Bosh Young. So what I took from it, right, Kurt, was that then like I said, Kurt, we know these people that they so loyal to a fault that it hurts you, right? You will never choose reality over loyalty, and that's what I see they don't do. They're never gonna. They Money and Keon got them to admit that Errol Spence is the bigger draw. Errol Spence is the more lucrative fighter. Errol Spence is doing all the heavy lifting, right? They got them to admit that. But yet, even admitting that, and when they say, okay, so essentially you're saying that Errol should get a 60-40 split. But they won't admit that. No, he ain't do nothing to do it. You just said that he's the more lucrative fighter. Well, he's doing that because Fox and Showtime promote you more than, they promote you better than Top Rank and ESPN. Well, we already know ESPN, first priority is always going to be football, college football, NFL, whatever. Then their second priority is going to be NBA, hockey, baseball. That's their priority, right? Boxing is going to be last. It's last on the list. That's just the way it is. But we already know that. But then we got to look at it, Kurt, and you can't say, well, Errol Spence got it good over there. Slim Jim 314, salute. Errol Spence got it good over there. He got all the big fights over there. He got it sewn up over there. Well, whose fault is that? That's Terence Crawford's fault that he re-signed. But instead of them saying, well, we know Terence Crawford made a mistake. No, they saying, well, we don't count a man's pockets. We ain't gonna count Bud's pockets. Because all his bills is taken care of. The family is taken care of. Okay, so you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. If you're admitting that Errol Spence is the big draw, he's the big fish, then you can't have it both ways. You can't say, yeah, he's the big fish, the big draw, but he ain't as accomplished as Terence Crawford. And then Money got him to say, Chef Curry, my brother, salute in the super chat. He says, support the grind, keep cooking. Salute to you. Smash that like button. Get the likes up to we got 630 people, man. Get the likes up to 630. Focus ball, salute. So Money got him to say, well, Errol Spence is more popular. But then, so Keon is like, well, if he's more popular, then you admitting he's the bigger draw. Then he deserves 60-40 because his accomplishment. Well, then they said, well, that's only because Errol Spence is an Olympian. He went to the Olympics. No, you can't. Listen, at the end of the day, you can't take away you can't add or subtract. Errol Spence is just adding, but you trying to say, well, he's only this because of this. He's only popular because of this. He only had success again in the first pay-per-view because Mikey Garcia had a huge Mexican fan base. It was in Errol Spence's backyard, but then when Keon said, well, okay, well, what about Sean Porter then? Because Pac-Man ATL, Tay, what's good with you, Tay? But then he said, Keon says, well, he did the identical numbers with Sean Porter, not in Dallas, Texas, not as accomplished. Mikey Garcia was pound for pound top 5. Mikey Garcia was undefeated, and he's more accomplished than Sean Porter. He don't have and he's Mexican. Sean Porter don't have the accomplishments of Mikey Garcia. He's not as big of a draw. He don't have the Mexican fan base. And guess what, Kurt? Then he did the fight in L.A. So it wasn't in his backyard. He didn't have the big draw standing across the ring from him. He didn't have the Mexican fan base. But he packed out the Staples Center in L.A. and did identical pay-per-views, as he did with Mikey. So you remove all the intangibles, and he still did the same thing. So there's one thing in common. Errol Spence. The common denominator is Errol Spence. So he did the same thing with Sean Porter that everybody said can't sell, is not a big draw, that he did with Mikey Garcia that said he had the huge fan base. And then they got him to say, Money and Keon got them to say, Kurt, then I'm going to let you cook on it. They got him to say, well, Mikey has a huge fan base and Mikey's more accomplished. So it's like this, right? Dame 6674, my brother in Super Chat. He said, what'd you think about Nate getting KO? I salute him for attempting to, not many people step in that square circle, man. That's a difficult task. So I give him credit for doing that, man, attempting to do something. Mr. Mont, salute in the Super Chat. What interview you talking about, Blue? On Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. You'll see it. It's on there. Smash the like button, man. We got 700 people. Let's get 700 likes. So Kurt, so then they said, yeah, well, so my thing is this. But they still refuse to say 60-40, make it happen. And it has not, and then they kept trying to turn it back into, well, man, Butter do this to Errol in the ring. He gonna knock him out. 7 Mile Rook, Shaq Bellhorse, salute. He gonna knock him out. He get in the ring. He gonna knock him. What are we talking about here? We got to get past the business part first, because every sport has to deal with business before you get to act. Once you get to the professional of anything, it's business first. It's business first. Once you get to the professional rankings of anything, it's always going to be business first. What they always say, Kurt, we hear these athletes, and we big football fans just as much as we are boxing fans, right, Kurt? But Kurt, you love the Steelers. What we always hear from the rookies, what's the biggest thing you learn? Man, I learned the first thing it is the business first. In every sport. In the NBA, what's the thing? The biggest thing you learn? Biggest thing I learned is business first. I had to realize this was a business first. That's what everything. Once you turn professional, that's what everything. So don't tell me about, oh man, why are we talking about the business, man? We talking about Bud to stop Errol Spence. That's all good. That's all well and dandy. But we got to get past the business part first. And the first rule of business in this situation is to identify and be and live in reality. So he's saying, well, but Errol should be more popular. He should be a bigger fighter because Errol fought at the welterweight division longer than Terence Crawford. I'm confused where these, and so it tells me this gives me an insight of the circle that surrounds Terence Crawford and why his output is and his viewpoint is the way it is, because it seems like nobody, when you hear Bomac talk, when you hear everybody talk, their talking points are all very similar. It seems like nobody is stepping outside the box and being like, hey man, you wrong on this. Hey man, listen, let's do this first. This. When Floyd Mayweather, salute to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports in the Super Chat. Appreciate you, Key. Go subscribe to his channel. When Floyd Mayweather, I'm sure his circle told him, take that Oscar De La Hoya fight. Like Floyd said, chase the coin, salute. When Floyd said, Tracy Jackson, salute, he said, I'm going to take whatever Oscar De La Hoya He gonna give me whatever shortcut. He gave me the smaller ring. He chose my gloves. He had me wearing heavyweight gloves. Cassandra Mason, peace of blessing, Queen. He had me wearing heavyweight gloves. He made a small ring so I couldn't utilize the ring with my athletic ability. He said he gave me a 70-30 split. He chose the location where the fight was going to take place, but I accepted all that because once I beat him, it was no turning back. I knew I was going to be the man once I beat him. And so Floyd Mayweather took all of that. He understood Oscar De La Hoya, and he was undefeated. Floyd Mayweather wasn't a clear B side. LK Rod, Deuce 09, salute. Terry West, salute. Galvatron, salute. He wasn't a clear B side. Floyd Mayweather was accomplished just as well. He was already a 5 division champion by that time. He was already what, a 4 division champion, I believe, Kurt, by that time he fought Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then he fought Oscar De La Hoya at 54, right?
Yep.
So that made him the 5 division champion. So he was already well accomplished, a 4 division champion. And he took a 70-30 split in favor of Oscar De La Hoya. And was already accomplished. He was far more accomplished than Terence Crawford and fought bigger fights than Terence Crawford. And already was a pay-per-view star. He already fought on pay-per-view and was a star on pay-per-view at that point in time. But he still took a 70-30 split, and he was undefeated too. Now, he was never undisputed, but he was undefeated. But what's your thoughts on all of this, Kurt?
Well, in the ring, Terence Crawford is my favorite fighter, but out the ring, I don't like how he moves. You have to, when you're the B side, you have to act like the B side until you beat the A side fighter. And just like Floyd called out Oscar because he had to get him out the way to not only be the king of that division, but be the king in boxing. And the Terence Crawford is smart. He will accept the B side. And you're right, what you said, Blue. Bomac, I noticed everybody on Crawford's team, they sound the same, like robots. And, they're not letting Terence Crawford know. I know they're not letting him know. I will say this. I'll be like, look, listen, Terence, because of Spence pays the views and he's from Texas, because Texas is a very underrated boxing state. He has the Cowboys behind him. His brand right now is bigger than your brand. So you're going to have to play the B side. But see, I will do something slick. Well, I will say this. I will say, if you beat him, be the B side for now. Go in the ring. We know you can beat him. Beat Errol, and then if there's a rematch, you're the A side, and you're going to be the A side from here on out until you retire. And the fighters, they think about it, they'd be like, you know what, Bomac? You're right. I will play on his ego, his psychological warfare. That's what I would do if I was, with Terence Crawford management team or whatever. But to stroke his ego and say, no, Terence, you're the A side, then you kiss him his behind, because they know Errol is the A side. Errol is getting ready to be in another successful pay-per-view. He got before the pay-per-view, the Garcia pay-per-view. But it's the other things, man. He has 2 titles. See how the things just adding up, and he's from Texas, and he has the Cowboys behind him. All that matters, because what it does, man, it just makes your brand bigger and bigger and bigger. And right now, Errol, has, all the momentum on his side. Now, whether he beat Crawford, that's another story, but we're talking business. Let's see what happens on Saturday. Especially if he beats Danny Garcia impressively after the accident, you can't say nothing about him. Even if he, struggles, because people are going to be like the car accident. And, as long as he wins on Saturday, then he's the A side. See, Crawford wants the Pacquiao fight because to give him leverage. So when he does step in the ring with Spence, that still ain't going to do it. That's, Pacquiao past his prime. That's a good name to have on your leisure. But Spence, man, his career has been like, the next 5 fights can be pay-per-view. He's a pay-per-view fighter. He's not a network fighter. And Crawford just fought on ESPN. But Spence is pay-per-view. When the last time he fought on regular Showtime? Was it a Campo?
Yep, Ocampo fight.
Yeah, a Campo one. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
So this fight is pay-per-view. The next fight probably pay-per-view. He might be a pay-per-view from here on in because of his popularity. So, if I was on Terrence's team, I would tell him, you have to be a B-side fighter and, get the fight done, accept 60-40, and when you beat him, and there's a rematch, you'll be the A-side fighter. But Terence, he's an alpha male, and plus he has the thing where he's thinking because I'm highly skilled that I'm the A fighter. It doesn't work like that. It's business. Numbers don't lie. Pay-per-views don't lie. Earl has everything on his side right now. He has all the momentum. With you re-signing the top lane, you stunted your growth as a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And if nobody told you, if they didn't tell you that on your team, Bomac, that's up to him, then, maybe he's a yes man. But Bomac, it's up to him to tell him that, you got to take that. And then it's not an L because you're getting paid. You're going to make the most money you ever made. You're getting 40%. If he can talk him down 55, 45, okay. But 60-40, I will accept it and take the fight and see what happens.
Exactly. And it's like, salute to my brother Retro Boxing and Documentary, my brother Blood Boxing. What's good with you, bro? He said, shout out to my brothers Kurt and Blue. Salute to you. Salute, Blood. Go subscribe to my brother Blood, man.
Salute, Blood. Y'all go watch that Salvador Sanchez documentary.
Yep. Carolina Rider, salute. Yeah, Blood got some beautiful documentaries, man. That Pernell Whitaker one is my favorite one, man. I watch that all the time. I direct people to that, man. So yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up, man. We got 700 people. Let's get 700 likes. Blood, I want to do a show. Hey, Kurt, I want to do a show with you and Blood, man. DOG 215, salute. As soon as I can get my computer, I think I'm gonna have to. My computer's still broken, man, and I think I'm gonna download StreamYard and stuff on my wife's laptop. She's not gonna be happy about it, but we missing special guests, man, and it's fight week. We went 2 fight weeks with no guests now because I don't have my laptop. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and download it on her app. She ain't gonna be too happy, but so that way we could have guests and everything on, man. But I want to do a show because I'm gonna just give you the topic. So I want to get you guys' opinion, man, being historians, and I want to get Stormy B Man on too, because one thing I noticed occurred to switch gears real quick, and I wish I could get Blood on right now, but to switch gears real quick, right? A thing I noticed, and I want to know what y'all think we could do to elevate the sport. Eric R. Salute, because Mike Tyson is 54 years old. Floyd Mayweather was what, 44, I believe? He's going on 44, right? But how come they the 2 biggest draws in the sport of boxing at 54 and 44 years old? They come back and Mike Tyson came back and the boxing world froze, man. The numbers was so inflated. Johnson Boys Entertainment, salute. Buddy Lee, seeing my brother, salute. The numbers was so inflated for Mike Tyson. I saw people's live streams. 37,000 people watching a live stream. I saw at least over 30,000 people watching multiple live streams on different live streams, Kurt. He's 54 in the exhibition. Floyd Mayweather make any type of reference that he coming back, the internet breaks. The boxing world breaks. So, without giving away too much, because I want you and Blood to go deep on that, but without giving too much, Kurt, because I want that to be a whole show. What you think? Like how? I don't understand how what's wrong today's time that because we obviously are not creating right now enough how do I want to say enough traffic to the sport that we only have, and this is historic, right, Kurt? We got Muhammad Ali, we got Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar. It's not a whole lot. Like the NFL, NBA, there's a lot. There's a lot of legends that could could silence a room in the NBA. Michael Jordan walk in the room and silence it. LeBron James walk in the room and silence it. Kobe Bryant, rest in power, would silence it. Shaquille O'Neal, silence it. Rest in power, Wilt Chamberlain could do it. There's multiple athletes that could do that in the NFL. You get Emmitt Smith, you get Barry Sanders, you get Jim Brown, you had the Gale Sayers of the world. You had, not even talking about quarterbacks, Deion Sanders and, all of these different Jerry Rice, right? They walk in a room and they capture the room. In boxing, why is there so limited people? What you think, Kurt?
Wow, Blue, that's something you brought yourself, and I'm gonna go around it, because we're gonna do a whole show on it. I looked at Mike Tyson for the first time in 1984. I was a senior in high school. He was on a magazine. It was an amateur boxing magazine that they had, and he lost to Henry Tillman in the Olympic trials. I cannot believe this guy was heavyweight champion in 1986, and in 2020, he's still the face of boxing. And I was telling Canelo fans and Wilder fans and Spence fans, there's no face in boxing. When a 54-year-old man can steal the spotlight in this day and age. Let me tell you, I was listening to WBLS Steve Harvey show this morning. They was talking about Mike Tyson. I listened to Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. I forgot the show. First Take, they was talking about Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, they was talking about Mike Tyson. Ain't nothing we can do about it. Mike Tyson is such a polarizing figure that if you don't have the polarizing personality of a Mike Tyson, then he could knock you off your date. Mayweather is a polarizing figure. It's just, when you have fighters like the aforementioned fighters like Robinson, Ali, you can't do nothing about it because we live in a country where we are celebrity driven, star crazy people. Where I don't care if it's boxing, Michael Jackson can jump on stage if he's still alive and stand and do his signature moves, and we'll watch. Tom Brady and LeBron James and Michael Jordan, we love our stars, and it's no different in boxing. I knew the fight would be popular, but I'm very surprised that it had garnered this much attention. I mean, it was everywhere, so many streams. I mean, I thought I was watching Ali and Frazier revisited.
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe the attention that Mike Tyson still gets at this age and fighting. Now, there's always been boxing exhibitions, and some people liked it and some people didn't. I had mixed emotions because I worry about what's happening now, and my mentality is no fighter is bigger than the sport. But Mike Tyson has proven me wrong because they keeping his name out there now. I don't know the pay-per-view numbers, but I think it did very well. I don't know. It's too early to tell. If you get some numbers, let me know. But we're going to do a show about this. That just goes to show you that, Canelo and Spence and Wilder and Fury, there's no face. There's no face when a man can come back and steal the show. That is amazing because I'm sitting here scratching my head. I'm like, wait a minute. This fight started picking up momentum. Then it started picking up momentum. And then I was watching a talk show. They was like, we got a big fight this weekend. And I was like, what? Mm-hmm. It's incredible to me, Blue. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Kurt, I didn't even notice it, right? My wife was like, she was like, everybody's coming over. And I was like, huh? She was like, everybody's coming over to watch the fight. I'm like, this Mike Tyson exhibition though. Everybody wanted to. I'm looking. I'm like, everybody's having parties. Everything like, really? You look on Instagram. Everybody on Instagram, social media was having a party, and everybody. I'm like, wow, this dude is 54 years old. Bunny BA saluting the super chat. He said the best ain't fighting the best. That's why Floyd Ali beat everyone in their era. Tyson resume is questionable, but his career was exciting. Yeah,
It's deeper than that. It's there's no polarizing personalities in boxing. Even Floyd took him a long time to be a star. He did it through social media and that boxing. What's that? 24/7. That was very significant in his career because they put him out there. But you can't beat Mike Tyson. All the craziness and the punching power and the black trunks. Mike Tyson is etched in our brains, mine, yours, the chat's. His name will always be remembered. That name, Iron Mike. It's like it's like a sort of like a superhero almost. I mean, he's that popular. The world over needs no introduction. The world over. Amazing.
yeah, and yeah, I want to do a whole show with you and Blood, man, and Stormy, man, because you guys are historians, man, and I just want to sit and learn. To be honest, I want to because I really want to know, you know, where we going wrong with today's boxers, because we have just a handful now because we are hardcore fans, Kurt, me, you, Blood, Stormy, we hardcore boxing fans. So to us, there's a lot of superstars in our brain because they excited us. They our era. Like Larry Holmes is my favorite heavyweight of all time. You know what I mean? And people don't even remember the Eastern Assassin. They don't even know his jab was probably the greatest jab in history of boxing. It's like they know who Larry Holmes is because he's a legend, but they don't know him too much. You know what I mean? They're not too familiar with him, and it's like something gotta change, man. We gotta, because this sport we love. Elliot Burgess, salute. This sport we love, man. It just don't like you said, Kurt. I'm turning on every channel. I'm turning on Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson. I'm like, huh? Really at 54? No Slack 504. Salute. It's just like you said, Kurt. It was on First Take. It was on Channel 12. It was on the news channels. It was on everywhere. Everywhere. Richard Diaz, salute. Alex Santos, salute. Every channel I turned on had something, the post fights, pre fights. I'm like, wow. For an exhibition that we didn't even know, we didn't even have concrete rules. We didn't even know what the rules was going to be. Sherman Bray, salute. Some people said it was going to be knockout. Some people said it can't. Some people said it's going to be headgear. Some people said it can't. Some people, like, and even watching the fight, Kurt, I found myself, I don't know about you, Kurt, but when Mike walked out, I got a throwback feeling. Like, I'm like, yeah, they go Mike. You know what I mean? I know he's 54 years old. But I'm like, man, they go Mike, man. When he walked to the ring and I saw the towel and I saw the trunks and and I'm like, wait a minute. Mike is 54 years old, man. Kurt, I'm standing up in the living room like, man, referee, let him fight, man. Referee letting Roy hold on too much, man. The referee letting Roy hold on, man. I'm like, ref, let him fight, ref, let him. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mike is 54 years old, man.
Blue, certain people was born with this magic. I remember I used to read the Daily News paper in New York, and there's a old boxing historian cartoonist named Bill Gallo. said certain fighters have a certain type of magic that you can never put your hands on. You would never understand. Muhammad Ali and Leonard and Tyson. Remember, because when Ali was gone from the sport, he was fading away. And Don King used to put Larry Holmes out on Front Street. You know, you can't follow this, you can't follow that. And here comes Mike Tyson, a guy who lost in the Olympics, and his momentum was building, his punching power, because Mike Tyson wore socks, but he played along with it.
Mm-hmm.
He wore ankle socks and the black trunk. Everything just worked. And all the craziness, his name exploded. And I'm thinking it's going to wane, but it hasn't. It hasn't. This guy had a cartoon, everything. It makes him better. He doesn't turn down autographs. So he's very approachable. Mm-hmm. And he plays on his name. And he has turned into a character. There's a thing I told Stormy B-Man about. I don't know if you saw this other chat, where on Thanksgiving Day he had a tuxedo. It was a satire.
Oh, yeah, with the cake?
Yeah.
With the Roy Jones cake?
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
Yep.
And people, they gravitate to him.
Right.
They gravitate to him, and when we say as boxing fans, well, they should make big fights. The big fights are being made, but they just don't have his personality. There's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Tyson fight Shannon Briggs, which might happen, you know, and it's successful, you'll see Mike Tyson back in the ring. He's making money off his name, starring in kung fu movies in China. Everything this guy does turns platinum. Mm-hmm. Everything.
Yep. Man, I was like, man, because Chief Dixon salute in the super chat. Said the way these fighters was marketed was better. Today's fighters don't get marketed the same. Yeah, man. It's Tay Brown. Peace of blessings to you, Queen. How you doing? Adrian Pittman, salute. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 700, man. Smash that like button. Get the likes to 700. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 700. Blessed. I hope he doesn't fight Shannon now. It's looking like Shannon Briggs could be next, man. I would love to see him and Shannon Briggs at the Barclays Center. You know, but Shannon Briggs said that he said it would be even more beautiful to fight at Yankee Stadium. So I truly hope, man, that fight, I want to see it. You know, Mike looked good, man. Shannon's not going to do all that excessive holding Roy was doing. Roy was like, man, there ain't no way I'm letting one of these punches hit me. You heard what Roy said after the fight, right? LK Rod, salute. He said, man, I understand why they say I understand his power. Stephen Truitt, salute. He said every way he was hitting me was hurting. Yeah, I know why they rave about his power. Mo 2013, salute. But yeah,
Mike Tyson has a Darth Vader personality that people love. They love his power, man. Nothing sells like a heavyweight who can punch.
Mm-hmm. Yep. School of Skills, salute. So Kurt, we in fight week, man. Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, man. The big fight is upon us, man. Sometimes when these fights get made, it seems so far away, and it's like, man, that's so far out. And then before you know it, Randy Caldwell Sr., salute. One honor, saving the mind, salute. Before you know it, Kurt, the fight is on us. Now it's upon us already. And Errol Spence said that this is the second biggest fight in his career. He said because the first biggest fight, he said, is Kell Brook fight, because he stated that if he never was successful against Kell Brook, battle ready, fitness, and defense, salute. Francis White, salute. He said if he wasn't successful against Kell Brook and he didn't go to the UK, he said, and become a champion, he wouldn't have been who he is today. So he said that's always going to be the number one, the biggest fight in his career. Then he said this is the biggest fight because he had a lot of doubters. Harvey Hot Dog, salute. He had a lot of naysayers and a lot of doubters prior to the car accident. He said, so Now, after the car accident, it's even more doubters, and he have a point to prove. But he alluded to the fact that he gonna be very cautious. He said that he looking to get in there. He looking to get the win. He not looking to fight anybody else's fight. He said his entire. He said from the moment he stepped foot in training camp, from the first day for the Sean Porter fight, he said the game plan that his coach, Derek James, and his dad had for him, he said that went out the window the moment he stepped foot in training camp, because he wanted to prove to Sean Porter and the rest of the boxing world that he could be a dog on the inside and he could fight a rough, rugged fight. So he said he had all plans, regardless of what they was telling him, to fight that dog fight with Sean Porter. So he knew what fight it was going to be. And while Willis, salute. Just like he said he knew what fight it was going to be for that Mikey Garcia fight, because everybody was saying Mikey was the better pure boxer. So he said, but this fight, he just looking to get the dub and get back home safe to his family. So what's your thoughts on all of that, Kurt?
Well, that's very smart, Errol Spence. I expect him to use his jab and box and move. He might move more than usual because Danny's feet are slow. If I see that and you know that and everybody know that, I'm quite sure Spence team knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably won a wide unanimous decision, but I don't see him taking chances. You know, why fight the other guy fight, like you said? You know, Danny, best option is his left hook hitting Spence on the chin. And he's counting on Spence not being the same, the showing effects of the car accident. So he's going to be aggressive, trying to put leather on Spence and get a reaction out of Spence. You know, maybe if I hit him, he's not the same. I could hurt him. This is my chance. So, you know, Garcia has the chance to upset the apple cart, but I see Errol winning a wide unanimous decision. It may not be exciting like it would have been before the accident, but he doesn't need to be. This is his first fight back, and sometimes you got to be smart, and this is a situation where Saturday night where Spence has to be smart and use his skills to beat Danny Garcia.
Hey, Wavy 09, Trap Lord, salute. What's good with y'all? And Kurt, I said it's funny because I said the same thing in a video I made earlier. I said that from what it sounds like, Tex Rock, salute. Simon Coulthard, salute. John Kramer, Trap Lord, salute. From the what Errol Spence is saying, from what I'm getting from his conversation, I believe what the game plan is going to be to be precise and be cautious. And I said that I think this might have the makings of being a pretty boring fight to people. Taylor for Wealth, salute. I think that, you know, Errol Spence has the ability, like you said, Kurt, we know, we see, you know, the shortcomings that Danny Garcia has. It's not to take anything away from him. It's that we understand that he's limited in some areas, right, Kurt? And my thing with that is that, you know, Errol Spence has an advantage in that area because he's special in that area. And I think that Errol Spence has the ability to make this a boring fight, meaning that, you know, he could fight from the outside and just simply outbox Danny Garcia because Danny Garcia relies on his opponent's activity because he's a counterpuncher. He's flat-footed. That's where Real 6 SB90 salute. That's where he takes his. That's where he needs you to be active so that he could be active because he's reactive, right? He's not proactive. He's reactive, and because of that, that leaves the door for this to be a boring fight because Errol Spence just might not give him a lot of openings that people think he's going to give. A lot of people think that Errol Spence is just going to go in there, attempt to walk him down like he did Kell Brook and Sean Porter, and look to break him down. And I don't think that's the case. I think that the mindset in the training camp is to box, get out, get the W, and get out of there. Am I right, Kurt?
Absolutely. I just think that James is too good of a trainer to risk his fighter fighting a dumb fight. He's not going to fight like a Porter. And even before the accident, if Spence fights like he did, fights Danny Garcia like he did Mikey, here one easy, not because of the accident, because of styles. That is the antithesis of Garcia, who's flat-footed and who can punch. Errol fights the total opposite way by boxing and jabbing. Now, Errol, because he looks strong, but everybody wants to see how he moves in the ring. When that bell goes ding for round one, I'm going to be taking a close look at his reaction, see if his timing is there, because it's been a while, plus the accident. So he may be rusty the first 2 or 3 rounds. And I would expect Danny to jump on him. So it might be interesting, in the first 3 rounds. But all Errol has to do is put the jab in Danny's face and move. Mm-hmm. That's all he has to do, like he did Mikey.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Salute to Bunny BA in the super chat. He said if Spence beats Danny and then fights Canelo, like he says, and beats Canelo, that would be Mikey, Porter, Danny, Canelo. Wouldn't it be 70-30 in favor of Errol? Well, see, the thing is, that Canelo Alvarez fight is not going to happen. He already stated that, he don't want to step on the toes of Jamal Charlo that could possibly get the opportunity before he can. He don't want to step on their toes and, take a fight away from them. And then that fight will have to take place at 160. And if he goes up to 160 and fights Canelo, he ain't coming back down to 147. You could best believe that. So then we'll never get the Terence Crawford fight because Terence Crawford is alluding to the fact that he has no plans going up to 54. Jermaine Johnson, salute, unless it's the right fight. And that Teixeira fight is the right fight that they would be looking for. So, he ain't going up to 54. So, with that said, you heard Team Crawford today, his brother and his boy or his big cousin, his cousin and his boy, Cedric Walker, salute. M Stacks 85, salute. Bullseye Target, salute. Muggsy 23, salute. They already stated that, Errol's gonna avoid us and Errol gonna go up to 154. So if going up to 54 for Errol is avoiding them in their mindset, then that means they have no intention of fighting Errol at 54. Chris Martinez, salute. So that means that you ain't never going to get the fight. If he fights Canelo Alvarez after Danny Garcia, you're never going to see Terence Crawford, Errol Spence fight. What you think about that, Kurt?
You know what? If this fight don't happen, shame on boxing, because that's a fight everybody wants to see. I don't want to see the Canelo Spence fight. It's not going to happen. I don't want to see Crawford fight at 154. Certain fights are natural. Crawford and Spence is a natural. Being welterweights have the history of big fights. This was no different. It was meant to be. So it has to happen. I wish it would. If not, then this will be a black eye for boxing. And I just wish they'd get the fight done. Crawford took care of business. Now it's Spence time, especially if Spence went in dramatic fashion and there's no effects of the accident. Certain fights, really, you have to get done. And Crawford and Spence is one of them. Get it done. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Shepherd King, salute. TC, salute. Dury Jones, salute. And Still TV, salute. Jumpman 305, salute. Jay Dixon, my brother, salute. What's good? It has to happen, man. It hurts the sport of boxing if it don't happen. It don't happen, the sport of boxing gets hurt, man. Smash the like button, man. Can we get the likes up? We should have 800 likes now. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes all the way up, my peoples. Burgess Meredith, salute. What's good? Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up to at least 750 right now. Brahim, what else? Salute. 817 Boxing B, salute. Don B, what's good with you? I need Martin, salute. So now, Kurt, so there's a lot of talk, though, a possibility that Errol could get the Pacquiao fight. They both in the race to get the Pacquiao fight, as they should be. Because This is something that the fans don't like to hear. But that Pacquiao fight for either guy is a good fight for me. So I don't mind them taking that Pacquiao fight before they fight each other. And it gives them, whoever wins, gets Pacquiao, because I expect both of them to beat Manny Pacquiao at this point. He's inactive. He's 42 years old. Mr. Mackey, salute. Both guys are going to have Olympic style testing involved. Jackson, salute. And by the time they fight him, Manny Pacquiao fought in 2019, Kurt, against Keith. He's been inactive this whole time. Not going to fight till 2021. Then when he do fight, it's more than likely going to be Mikey Garcia. So it just, he don't have, I don't think that Manny Pacquiao, I think his last gasp, significant boxing win was the Keith Thurman fight. I don't even think that his mindset is even focused on that. I think it's just solely focused on money at this point. That's why he's looking towards the Conor McGregor fight. Those are all for money. And I just don't think he could beat Terence Crawford or Errol Spence. And it gives the winner of that fight, whoever gets him first, it gives them a leg up, right? They have now the clear A side event. Well, if it's Errol Spence, it's clear A side. If it's Terence Crawford, it's 50-50. But if Errol Spence gets Manny Pacquiao and beats Manny Pacquiao, he's the clear A side at that point. He'll be a 3-belt holder, undefeated, successful pay-per-views. It's no doubt. My only issue with that is like you said, Kurt, you've been saying this, is that at that point in time, I don't think the fight will ever happen, because Terence Crawford will not bend to giving Errol Spence all of the because he believes his skill set, Mr. 60 seconds, salute, Don B, salute. He believes his skill set is what should make him the A side. And at that point in time, I can't see him agreeing to, Errol Spence calling all the shots. I can't see it, and then the fight won't happen. So that's my only hesitation with Errol getting the fight, because the fight I really want to see is Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. And I think that he beats, I just can't see it happening, because as a businessman, if you're Al Heyman, why would you let Errol Spence at that point in time take anything less than 65-35? Because now he would have done a pay-per-view successful against Mikey, a successful pay-per-view against Sean Porter, a successful pay-per-view against Danny Garcia, then a successful pay-per-view against Manny Pacquiao, and now you're going to the Terence Crawford fight with doing all the heavy lifting. You fought all the better competition. You're more success. I just can't. It just at that point in time, I think we could chalk it up. And I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I think. What do you think, Curry? Am I right?
Yeah. I share those same sentiments, man, because it's a tricky situation, because the more success Earl has, the more it's going to be hard to negotiate, because Terence is going to be like, no, I did that. I'm a better fighter. I'm number one pound for pound. But what he don't understand, that doesn't equate into business. It's who you for, is your brand in general. Earl is in a great spot. He put himself in a great spot, man. Mm-hmm. And sometimes your career just happens. When you're from New York or Detroit or Philadelphia, Texas, those are hotbeds of boxing. And not to crap on Omaha, Nebraska, not at all. But, plus you got Cowboys, the most expensive franchise in sports in the United States. Mm-hmm. See, the brand is all about the brand. PBC is popular. I want to see what this pay-per-view does on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And so, but it's the stubbornness of Terence Crawford, because it ain't going to be no 50-50. And if Earl beats Danny and then fights Pacquiao, whatever, you can forget it. It's going to be even harder. Now, if Crawford beats Pacquiao, then it'd be better to get the fight done. The situation would be a little better because now Crawford would have Manny Pacquiao's name on his ledger, provided he beat him. But if Spence gets the fight first or what have you and beats him, it's going to be tough. I'm trying to see the glass of water half filled and half empty because they said Trinidad Delaware would never happen because Don King about Errol. But they worked it out.
Mm-hmm.
Mayweather Pacquiao, they worked it out. Holyfield and Lewis went through something. They worked it out. And so, as boxing fans, we can only be optimistic.
And now, Kurt, what do you say to the fans that say, well, Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe didn't work out?
Well, they was going to fight in 95, but Lewis lost to McCall. They should have fought in 93 after Bowe beat Holyfield in November for the title. And Bowe threw the belt McGarvis, and a lot of people call it duck. But, Canelo, shared some same sentiments with the WBC belt. They say he won't fight Golovkin. They fought twice, but Bowe and Lewis was all set to happen in Madison Square Garden. The only thing Lewis had to do was beat McCall and got knocked out. But that what scares me of Crawford and Spence losing because it can happen. Like Wilder and Joshua and Hurd and Charlo were supposed to fight, and somebody lost. So I don't want them to lose. It can happen. It can happen. But sometimes circumstances, man. I mean, that's a poor excuse, but it's reality, especially in boxing. The more money involved, the more complicated and egos, and you got all that to work with. It becomes an obstacle course.
Mm-hmm. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 800. Smash the like button. Tracy Jackson, salute. Said, am I blocked? No, you commenting. If you commenting and you're not blocked. Talib Cunningham, salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 800. Smash that like button now. Let's get the likes up. Get the likes to 800. So yeah, Kurt, Jay Cooley, what's good with you, bro? How you feeling? So yeah, Kurt, that's my only hesitation with Pacquiao Spence, man. It's like you said, Boxer Trap, salute. I think that we won't get the fight that we want. Now, something that is getting overlooked, the streamer salute, and I find myself doing it, and I think we all do it, Kurt. What if Danny Garcia wins this fight?
Oh, boy, you talk about upsetting the apple cart. That changes everything. I mean, if Danny Garcia wins this fight on Saturday, and it can happen, boxing is strange. It's a bit of unexpected. If Danny, I don't know what Danny's gonna call. He holds all the cards. Maybe he'll rematch Sean Porter to get revenge. I could see that happening. I don't think he's going near Terence Crawford. That's my own personal opinion. That's a terrible matchup for Danny Garcia. Maybe he will fight him, but I doubt it. But I could see him fight somebody like a Manny Pacquiao. His name will be hot. Or a rematch with Sean Porter. Or even Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman is going to believe he can beat Danny Garcia. So I could see that playing out. Danny Garcia getting revenge, fighting Porter and Thurman. I don't see him fighting Terence Crawford. Or probably a rematch with Spence. I don't know if they have a rematch clause. You would know before me, Blue. So, that's something. Not to see that happen. So I'm just saying the scenarios. I've seen it million times in boxing.
Mm-hmm. And it's a salute to Jay Cooley, my brother in the super chat. Said just got off of work, famo. Keep grinding. Get the greens in. Yes, sir. Salute to you, King. That's one thing. Matthew Valentine, salute. He said will never happen. Miracle T baby, salute. Peace and blessings to you. You can't say it will never happen. You was never supposed to see Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson or Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua either. That was never supposed to happen. And Danny Garcia is on a far greater scale than Andy Ruiz or Buster Douglas. He's far more he's a far better opponent than either one of those guys. So yeah, things can happen. Things can happen. So let's not say, oh, those things that it'll never happen. Oh, it can happen, and it has happened before. Now, how would Mike Mildew salute? What's good with you? Now, obviously, Errol Spence will have an immediate rematch, I think, with Danny Garcia. But how would Errol Spence be viewed at that point in time? Would he be viewed as overrated, Kurt? Would he be? Would it be the car accident factor? You know, what would be the what you think would be the perception of Errol Spence at that point in time?
If Spence lose on Saturday, there'd be nothing but car accident because Spence would not be viewed as overrated. That would be the first thing. Even Danny said, if I beat you, I don't want to hear nothing about the car accident. So that's a hell of an excuse, and it's a valid one. We want to see if Errol Spence go out there, his timing is off, and he's sloppy, and Danny's hitting him, and he doesn't react. Well, the punches is the effects of the car accident. So it feels like Saturday night, Errol has two opponents, Danny Garcia and the accident, and we want to see him beat both of them.
Mm-hmm.
If Errol is the same, then the fight is a whitewash. He's taking Danny to the woodshed. Danny's biggest, his asset may be he's hoping that Errol is not the same. He's moving slow. His motor skills ain't what it used to be. Remember, in the boxing ring, it only takes a fraction of a second to be off, and everything becomes like misconstrued about that fighter. Everything, discombobulation, everything. I mean, everything is just all wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's what Danny's hoping for. They're banking on it. I'm telling you, him and his father, I can hear his father, ain't no way Errol is the same, Danny. Ain't no way. Go in there, he told him that, folks, ain't no way. That's what they're banking on. But we don't know. We don't know until that bell goes ding. And I just want to see how he move because I don't know, maybe it's me and maybe in the chat or you blog and, settle this. When I was watching the fight camp, does Errol always had a deep southern drawl, but it seems like his speech is like slower.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe I'm seeing things, but I don't know, it's just like he's moving slower. And his speech is a little slurred. And I want to know, Chad, is it me or I'm bugging or what?
No.
And I'm hoping that's not the case. I want Earl to be 100%.
No, you're right, but you know what it is that he has veneers. All his teeth are veneers now. And my sister, she had the same situation. She lost all her front teeth on the bottom and the top in a similar situation in a car accident. A drunk driver hit her head on, and she lost all her teeth in the top and in the bottom of her mouth. And she has veneers. And ever since she got those veneers, and like Errol Spence, she walked out relatively unscathed, right? As unscathed as possible, with no serious major injuries. She had to have the same dental work, and my sister to this day, and that took place, Kurt. That was back in I want to say 2016. I think that took place in 2016 with my sister. Uh, and today, her speech, she's regular physically, and actually, um, uh, uh, she had she broke her arm in 5 different places, Kurt, and she has a L shape on her elbow because they had to reattach her elbow, So she did have that, what Errol Spence didn't have. She had that, and she had all her dental work had to be redone, and she has veneers, and she had to have braces for the, different teeth. So there's a lot going on with it. and and yeah, Kurt, she her speech. If you hear her talk now, you wouldn't know because if you didn't know her before that, you wouldn't know the difference. But obviously, me knowing her whole life, I'm being the oldest. Her speech today's time is still off, and that was back in 2016. You know what I mean? So I know for a fact that changed it. You know because uh, you have a foreign object in your mouth. Mine's. It took me a minute. I have two implants on the right side of my mouth. And it took me a while to be able to chew on it on that side. It took me a while to be able to talk. My tongue felt extra big in my mouth, and so it took a while for me to adapt. And I only had two on the side, so to have it in the front, like my sister, it completely changed how she talked. And she used to sing. She used to be a singer. She don't sing near like she used to. She, she don't. I guess she don't like the sound of her voice anymore, and so I guess it bothers her. So she just pretty much stopped. She was getting ready to sign the 3LW. Remember the group 3LW, Kurt?
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, my sister was gonna sign with them, and she don't like the sound of her voice no more. I guess the way the sound ricochets off, she don't like it. She just stopped. Now she's a nurse. Renee Bashion, my brother in the super chat, he said a few US dollars, bucks to show love. Salute Kurt. If y'all ain't subbed to Blue Blood already, y'all wildin'. Go love y'all. Salute Renee. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 800. Captain America, salute. So yeah, so my sister was gonna, but her speech today's time, if you talk to her today, if you knew her already, you would be like, man, what happened to your voice? And what happens is she talks slower. Like you see how you said, Kurt, he talks slower. I think that they talk slower. She talks slower too because they're not confident in how their words roll off their tongue anymore because of the teeth. So I think that they slow it down and try to be real precise when they say stuff. You know what I mean? So she has the same. That's why I tell everybody. Uh, Instantly, I knew when I heard him, and I knew he's gonna have the dental work. I expected that because I witnessed it from my sister. So in today's time, she still talks slow. She eats like real portioned. Even though she can eat regular, I don't think she trusts herself anymore. So she eats real portion. Like she'll eat a spoonful of macaroni and cheese, a spoonful of potato salad, a spoonful of this and a spoonful, little portions everywhere on her plate, and she can't get it. So I think that's what it is. Me personally.
Oh, okay, because I was trying to read him, but I didn't see no effects like his motor skills. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried about Errol, man, in this fight, man. It's not Garcia. It's it's he's the same. I want him. I'm not gonna say he's not, because if any Pazienza can break his neck and come back even stronger, then I have faith in Errol. But he is. Other fighters is banking on him not being the same, and I don't want that to happen, man. Because before the accident, Danny wasn't coming close to Earl, even though he was in the ring. But I don't know if he would have fought him. But Earl, look, I'm watching some show and they talk about Tyson and Roy Jones. I can't escape it. But anyway,
Yeah, it's on everywhere, man.
yeah, what's that show? I forgot the show. Anyway, so like I said, Earl's fighting two opponents on Saturday. Because if he's the Earl of old, or even better, then he's gonna whitewash Danny bad.
Now let me ask you this. Let you Puma skills salute. King Coleon, Adrian Cole said, I got, oh, Kurt fell off. Adrian Cole said, I got my grill on and even I slurred my speech. Yeah, when I used to wear my teeth, my gold teeth, and mine was even worse because I got this huge gap. When I used to wear my gold teeth, man, it used to bother me all the time. You there, Kurt?
Yeah, I did it by accident.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem. So but let me ask you this though, Kurt. In what scenario outside of, let's say, the car accident didn't even exist, right? Uh, if you was training Danny Garcia, Mr. Tally 140, salute, what would be your approach and how would you see Danny winning the fight? You there, Kurt?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Danny, I was on mute. Danny has to get close to Earl and try to land his left hook. He can't outbox Earl. He can only hope to land a big shot to get Earl out of there because Danny's downfall is his speed, and that's very big in boxing because speed kills and thrills in boxing. And you're fighting an athletic fighter. Earl's gonna have to. He's gonna have to hope that Earl fight a dumb fight, exchange with him, and try to counter Earl. That's his only way. And I hate for a fighter, when I can break down a fight and say, man, he only has one way of winning. And the other guy has multiple ways of winning. So Danny, because that's all him and his father's talking about, his power, his power. I'm like, wait a minute, when did Danny Garcia become Mike Tyson or Gerald McClellan or Julian Jackson? I mean, he's a good puncher, but he's knocked out fighters that was past their prime. Eric Morales, who was moving up the weight, and Adrian Granados, who had wars, and Brandon Rios, who was a dead man. But who has he knocked out? I mean, he knocked Matisse down, and Matisse wasn't the fighter we thought after he quit against Postal. So Earl's on a whole nother level, or levels. But the best way is try to get Earl to exchange like he did. Try to make Earl fight the fight he fought against Sean Porter and land his left hook. And I'll be throwing my left hook like Joe Frazier over and over again. But then he doesn't have that, fast twitch muscles like that. He's a good puncher. But that's the only way I can see. That's it. Mm-hmm. Get close to Earl and try to land the big left hook.
Yeah. 12 ounces or less. Salute. My brother, G. Al. What's good with you, G. Al? How you feeling, King? J. Petty, salute. Yeah, Kurt, did you hear them say they predicting a 7th round knockout? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. They're very confident, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his father is very confident, like I said, because Danny's father's telling him ain't no way he's going to be the same. So they're looking to land a big shot. They're looking to set up Earl with something. And like I said, they want Earl to exchange. Mm-hmm. But if Earl go out there and box, then he's going to beat Danny by wide unanimous decision because Danny just doesn't have the footwork to compete with Earl on that level.
Mm-hmm. Pavavision, salute. Wavy J, salute. Young World, Reg Loke, salute. Trap Lord, salute. Yeah, they said that their lucky number is number 7. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, salute. Their lucky number is number 7, and they're going for it. They said that, and just like what you said, Kurt, they both were saying, well, not they both. Angel, Roy Babineau, salute. Angel was saying he can't take Danny's punches. Stan Swoosh, salute. He can't take his punches. No way he could take Danny punches. We getting him out of there 7th round. And Danny backed it up by saying, yeah, 7th round is my number. And we going for a 7th round knockout. And I'm like, man, first, that's out of character for Danny Garcia. He lets Angel do all the talking. But for him to go for the knockout, Vernell Richardson, salute. Sweet Jones, salute. Scott Birmingham, salute. For him to go for the knockout means he has to be initiating it, and that's never been his style. His style has always been reactive. He's not proactive. He's always reactive. So if he comes in this fight and he's out of character and he's being proactive, that could prove to be a serious problem for him. Then he may open himself up. James Dorsey, salute. Darius Moon, salute. He may open himself up to be counted and hurt in the fight. by Errol Spence. You know what I mean? If he finds himself trying to be proactive, and our Stokes, salute. I know he feels like they keep saying that they knew where they came up short against Keith and Sean, and the fact that they started off so slow hindered them. So that leads me to believe they're looking to be proactive and look to be first, and that's going to prove to be a problem in my opinion when you're dealing with Errol Spence. But what you think about Danny? What's your thoughts on Danny trying to be proactive in the fight and being first? Hold on, Kurt. Daryl Rock Strong, my brother in the super chat, he said, "Keep the goods coming, Blue. Salute to you, King. I appreciate you 1,000%, 1,000%." But what you think about Danny being proactive, Kurt, in this fight? Could that help him or hurt him?
I hurt him because he don't have the speed. When you have a lack of speed, you want to counterpunch because you can see the opener better by leading. You're going to open your own self up, and the other guy's going to counter because you don't have the speed to counter his speed. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
It's out of character for him. They talk about knockout, but that's all they're talking about. Power, power, power. We're going to get him out of there. And I'm like, I know you're a good puncher, but you don't have Julian Jackson power.
Mm-hmm.
And where's the game plan? I mean, you don't want to, expose the game plan, but usually a fighter be like, I'm going to do a little of this and I'm going to do that and, I'm going to set him up with, but I hear none of that. The only thing I hear is, I'm going to get him out of there, at a third round and, he can't take my power and this and that. So it seems like he's turning himself one-dimensional, and when you try to knock somebody out, you get knocked out. And Danny's not a bad fighter, but, it's something when you can take a certain style and be like, this style will beat Danny Garcia night in and night out. He lost 2 fights. He was outboxed. They saying he, started slow, but that's who he is. And he finds his rhythm, and he's looking for openings, and he'll try to counter you. That's Danny Garcia. That's his fight. I want to see if he leads and bring the fight to Errol. Then, we really going to have something because now Errol is going to tee off on him. So, I think that would be a big mistake on Danny Garcia's part.
Absolutely. LV Live. What's good, LV? Ruben Gutierrez, salute. Brad 2568, salute to you. He said, Blue, you the truth. Salute to you, King. T Bonafide, salute. Darius Moon, salute. Yeah, Country Boy 706, what's good with you, man? Where you been at? Father and sons live life, salute. My thing is this, Kurt. He didn't knock out, and smash the like button, my peoples. We should have 850 likes. Dow Hickam Bottom, salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. We should have 850 likes. Boxing Fan 713, salute. Smash that like button. He said 12 ounces or less, said Blue. My super chat not working, shaking my head, but Blue, Danny hasn't knocked out any elite fighters with the left hook. Yeah, donate to the channel, man. Support the channel. Refresh the super chat, man. This is what they do. I just, I get, it's repetitive, man. San Francisco City Slicker, salute. Tim Miller, salute. William Washington, salute. At times, there's people that they will let super chat. There's some people they won't. Refresh the super chat, man. Donate to the channel. Donate to the grind. If you refresh it, I guess it's like the algorithm. They'll let certain people super chat. I don't know, man. I get tired of saying it. So I appreciate y'all supporting the channel and supporting the grind, man. They purposely doing that. I don't know what it is, but it just is what it is. So show your support by smashing the like button, getting the likes up. Let's get the likes up to 850, 900. Alan Young, salute. Let's smash that like button. Get the likes up to 900, man. Smash the like button. Ruben Gutierrez, salute. Yeah, Kurt. That's out of character, and like we said, Kurt. For Danny to attempt to be first, is out of character, and like you said, Kurt, going for the knockout 9 times out of 10, you get knocked out. Gary was here, salute. Every boxer always says, let the knockout come. If it come, it come. Don't try to force it. While you trying to force it, you get yourself knocked out. Anthony Rogers, salute. He said, you ever heard of Thada TV? Boo. No, inbox me on Instagram, bro. Boo Sports TV, all one word. Mr. Miyagi, West Baltimore. Salute. Salute to West Baltimore. So yeah, Kurt, you know, when you like you said, Kurt, when you go for the knockout, smooth groove boxing, salute. When you go for the knockout, you yourself get knocked out. And it's out of character, right? And Kurt, we saw Danny Garcia in this fight with Ivan Raycash, who we saw, take some real big punches from a guy at 130 pounds in Gervonta Tank Davis, and looked like he was on his way being knocked out flat cold in a sparring session with big gloves and headgear on. And yet Danny Garcia, he never dropped Ivan Raycash. He never seemed to have him on the verge of stopping Ivan Raycash. So when Danny, like you said, Kurt, who was he knocked out? 704 Joe Salute. It's like who was he fought? And knocked out at a high level. And you're right, Kurt. Because I find myself, praising Danny Garcia's power. General Long Salute. And like you said, Kurt, he hasn't knocked out guys on a high level. You know what I mean? And it may be, and his power. I know that comes from the fact that he's very flat-footed, so he sits down on all his punches. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to 850. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash it. If you have not smashed the like button, smash it. If you have not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell icon. When you hit the bell icon, it says all. Click on all so you get all the new notifications. So smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, Kurt, he didn't knock out Ivan Raycash. Did you ever see in that fight, was Ivan Raycash ever seriously hurt? Smash the like button, get it to 850.
No, he wasn't. It was a very stale performance by Danny. Now, I know sometimes, elite fighters, Garcia, a million others, they go into a fight when they know they can beat a guy, and so their energy is very low. I understand all that, and they just go through the motions. That's human nature. When you fight a guy who's not expected to win, you fight down to your competition. His energy will be up. He's going to be for Spence, that is. He's up for this fight. He believes that he could win. He believes he's catching Spence at the right time. But, against Redcast, man, it was a very stale performance. Very stale.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this question, too, Kurt. Arthur Ray Bay, my brother in the Super Chat, said, salute, Blue. Salute, Kurt. Short night if Danny goes on the hunt. Yeah, I think so, too. And Sammy DeMaz, he also said, was that Sammy DeMaz? Yeah, he said if Danny is, no, it's not Sammy DeMaz, one of the other brothers. He said if Danny Garcia is looking to be first, he said then Danny Garcia is going to find himself fatiguing out and possibly, it was Sammy DeMaz. He said pushing the pace will make Danny Garcia get tired. And they feel like Sorbet, he said he going to get knocked out by doing so. You think Errol will knock him out? Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 850.
I don't think Earl's going to knock him out. I could see Earl punish him if Danny leads, because he doesn't have the speed. That's as big as Achilles' heel is, and you're fighting a guy who has fast twitch muscles and athleticism. I could see Danny getting punished by Earl boxing and mixing up his attack. I could see him, doing the job on Danny, but knocking him out. No. I've seen Danny hurt before. He was buzzed against Judah. He was hurt against Thurman. He has a good chin. But Spence doesn't need to knock him out. Trying to knock him out, then you're opening yourself up to big punches by Garcia. Why even try to knock out unless it comes naturally? But, put your foot on the gas and go into the body and fighting him like you're fighting Porter. You don't need to do that. You know, the only thing you need to do is boxing and be smart. It's easy to beat Danny. That's why Danny's a good fighter, and I respect him and his father. But it's easy to beat Danny when you box him. I've seen him lose to Mauricio Herrera. He won because the fight was in Puerto Rico. I've seen him outbox against Sean Porter. You know, I've seen him outbox against Keith Thurman. That fight, it was a split decision, but that's because Thurman took his foot off the gas and let Danny back into the fight. So Danny has problems with guys who are athletic and has a good jab. And Errol jab is a very good jab, and I can see Errol dominating the fight.
Now, Kurt, Dr. Lemon Pepper, he said, Blue, if you starting to question Danny's power, then stop saying he have more power than Errol Spence. Do you believe that he have more power than Errol Spence? Am I wrong when I say that he have more power than Errol Spence? Is it just the way they deliver it? Always box conversation. Salute. What you think, Kurt? Does Danny have more power than Errol?
Probably both of them. Danny Garcia's left hook is because Errol breaks you down. Danny, I've seen him, but it's not how many knockouts is who you knocked out. Like I said, he knocked out Eric Morales with the left hook, but Eric Morales was a zombie, a shell of himself. I think we focusing on Danny's power too much, but the question who has more power, I would say probably Garcia. It's really close, but Errol is not a one-punch knockout artist. He breaks you down, body, head, body. So to the naked eye, it's going to seem like Garcia has more power. So, you know, if you want to say that, then I'll go with him.
Now, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes to 900. Get the likes up to 900. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash it. Let's get it up to 900. Smash the like button. Let's work. Let's get it up. Come on, my peoples, my peopleizations. Smash that like button, my peopleizations. Let's get them likes up to 900. Smash the like button. Get it up. Courtney Jones, salute. He said, how do I call in? I don't have the phone open. That's my co-host. My computer is down. It's not working. So he's that's Kurt on his phone calling into the other phone. So that's why you hear it in this format. Always boxing controversy. He said Lamont Peterson beat Danny Garcia. You believe that, Kurt? I thought at least it was a draw, but he feel like Lamont won the fight. Smash that like button. Get the likes to 900.
It was really close. I would have called it a draw or gave it to Danny Garcia because Lamont Peterson started too late. Yeah, his style was very troublesome for Garcia. I feel that he was hurting Garcia to the body, you know, believe it or not. But he started a little bit too late, you know. So he started 6th or 7th round, and so I would have gave the edge to Danny. But Lamont was, you know, giving him the business while the fight was going on.
Mm-hmm. 12 ounce or less. Saluting the super chat. He says Spence hurt Porter. He has more power than Danny Garcia. GT Entertainment, salute. Yeah, well, I think they both, at times, I think there was a couple of times where Danny Garcia hurt Sean Porter, too, in that fight. Sean Porter has a very, very quick recovery. His gene to recover is very, very quick. 7 Trill, salute. The Boxing True Serum, salute. So, even when Errol dropped him and hurt him, he got right up and started jumping up and down and was like, come on, let's go. Like, you hurt Sean Porter for a split second and he recovers very, very fast. He's like Wolverine, right? Danny Garcia hurt him a couple of times and he recovered. Keith Thurman hurt him. He recovered. If you don't catch it and rewatch the fight a few times, you won't even see Sean Porter get hurt. You got to actually slow down the fight and rewatch it because Hubble Telescope, salute. His ability to recover is so fast. I think he might have the fastest recovery rate in boxing. Like he recovered high there, salute. He recovers like this. He's like he's hurt for a split second and he instantly recovers. You know, so uh uh even when he got dropped, like he got right up, you know, he like, wow. He's saying to himself, man, how I get dropped like that? That's not normal. You know what I mean? So he's like, you know, he has a ability to recover very, very fast. Smash the like button. Get the likes of 9 hundo. King Beef 79, salute. Adam M, salute. So his ability to recover is different, man. So uh, Danny hurt him, Errol hurt him, Keith hurt him, but you won't see it. You only noticed it. It's more noticeable with Errol because Errol dropped him and they didn't. 12 ounce or less, my brother in Super Chat. He said Spence never sat down on his left hook. Imagine if he did. Danny Swift, Garcia never put down Porter or Thurman. Porter does recover. Shout out to Larry Wade for strength and condition. Yeah, Larry Wade is great, man. So Sean Porter recovers, man, very, very fast, man. But I want to switch gears real quick before we get off, Kurt. And I want to give you your roses, man, because you picked Joe Joyce and you had me, my brother. I'm like, man, I'm like, everybody is starting to make me change my pick with Dame DuBose and Joe Joyce. Green Hulk Dunham, salute, no doubt. I'm like, man, people are starting to make me question my pick with Dame DuBose and Joe Joyce. I'm like, Kurt is making me start to rethink my pick, man, and you know, I'm like, man, I went back this weekend and I'm like, let me go back and actually watch these fights, man, because you made me rethink, my pick. My brother Lyman Pauly, I was talking to Lyman Pauly, man, and he made me rethink because he picked Joe Joyce, uh, and he told me he was like, I said, man, you making me rethink my pick like Kurt, and he said, Blue, go back and watch Joe Joyce, man. I said, the problem I can't get past is he's so slow. And I know that's irresponsible on my part, being a boxing knowledge and boxing journalist, you know, just to look at that one trait and say it and don't get past it. It's just so hard to get past Joe Joyce. Man, he is like watching paint dry when he throw his punches. And, and, and it's so hard, but Kurt, man, you said, Kurt, you was, I'm talking spot on. You was one round off, right?
Yeah.
You was one round off. Salute to Mr. Martin, the super chat. He said Errol and Danny's punch delivery is night and day. Danny throws wide looping punches, and Errol's shots are tight and direct. Yeah, that's a fact. Slick T in the super chat. He said, "Enjoy your channel, big brother." Blue, salute Uncle Kurt, the boxing historian. Hashtag Baltimore. We here. Salute to you, King. But yeah, Kurt,
Cool.
you was spot on, Kurt. You was one round off, and that morning, man, and I'm gonna tell y'all at the time. I text Lyman because y'all know I picked Daniel DeBoss all the whole time. Uh, uh, Lyman Pauly, my brother Lyman Pauly, he texted me at 2:47 Saturday. He said, "Blue, who you got, Joyce or DuBose?" And then he said, "I think Joyce has a good shot of if he can take him late and not sustain too much damage early." I said, "Man, between you and Kurt, y'all making me second guess my pick in DuBose." This is at 2:51. He said, "LOL, yeah, Joyce has a great chin. He will get hit hard early, and he's gonna take it. He said he takes it and look out down the stretch. If he takes it, look out down the stretch." He said. So I said, I'm starting to think the same thing. I just can't get past the fact that Joe Joyce is so slow, and he takes punches. You know, I don't know how well he'll take those punches on a consistent basis. Uh, so Kurt, man, you and Lyman Pauly, man, y'all started to convince me Saturday afternoon, but I just couldn't get over the how slow Joyce is. And Colin Moore, saluting the super chat, appreciate you. I couldn't get past it. So as y'all was convincing me, I still couldn't find it in me to pick Joe Joyce. I couldn't find it in me, Kurt. I'm like, man, he's just so slow, man. But go ahead, Kurt, man. Go ahead and cook on that, man.
When I break these fights down, man, it's weird because it's like I get a premonition, man. Like I said, I could be washing dishes or laying in the bed or listening to music, and the fight plays in my head. And I'm like, and I don't be thinking about boxing. I could be like, I'm going to listen to some house music. And I can see Joyce, and the boys fighting, and I seen the boys backing up. It's a scary, it's like being in a boxing stupor, man. And I can see, like, Joyce coming forward, but I was even fooled, even though I picked him, and he's slow as the highest catch-up, but the jab was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke was on us because his jab, looked like Sonny Liston and Joe Louis and George Foreman wrapped up into one. And
Yes.
it won him the fight. It reminded me of Trinidad and Winky Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Winky Wright controlled Trinidad with his jab. And Joyce did the same thing. His right hand, is still coming, but it was the jab. He didn't need anything else, man. And he was doing something. He would, like, go to the right when the boys would throw his punches. He was taking a sting off him. So he fought a very smart fight. So his trainers get kudos for that because he outsmarted the boys where we think it's going to be power. I even called that fight the Battle of the Rock'em Sock'em Robot, and it wasn't that. It was the robot was the boys, and the not the puncher, but the boxer, scientifically, was Joyce. And that's what he did. And he stopped the boys, man. And I don't know what the boys going to go from there because he quit once, he quit again. And maybe Joyce is better than we thought. He just incorporate things in this fight that he didn't do against Brian Jennings because he fought like a robot in that fight. But boxing is strange because you can make adjustments, and he made adjustments, and the trick was on the boys because of that jab.
Yeah, and he well, at least the reports I saw coming out of the UK, Joseph O'Bain salute. I saw that he has a fractured orbital bone and a scratched retina. That's the injuries I'm hearing that Daniel Dubois suffered. So
Yeah, I heard he got a broken eye socket, and I mean he did make because I saw the jab. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, he's coming out there jabbing, and I said, and then that was all his trainer. His trainer, they implemented a game plan, and boxing is about strategy, but people. We get sucked into power because there was two power punches, but Joyce boxing IQ won that fight. That was a beautiful jab, man. I mean, it just busted his eye, man. It was closed. He was just out of it, man. He took a knee, and that was it.
yeah, and was mass arm salute. And one thing that got me, Kurt, as soon as I was told that these the injuries he suffered. I was like, man, all of that from a jab? Man, Joe Joyce got a heavy jab, man. To fracture somebody's orbital bone with a jab? Man,
and
that
it was
says a lot.
repetitive, too, over and over again.
Yeah.
And see, it's easy to hit a fighter with a jab because the boy's mistake was all his weight was on his front foot. So you can't get out the way of the jab when all your weight is on your front foot. It's impossible. That was Trinidad's Achilles heel. And saying like the boys and certain fighters, when you leave all your weight in the front foot, you can get hit with everything. A 1-2, he lucky Joyce and throw that right hand down the middle, and it was slow as molasses. He did it one time and it did connect, but it was the jab. He couldn't get out the way with it. He couldn't get out the way.
And Kurt, we still waiting for his right hand to land right now. He's still in the process of throwing the right hand. It's so slow.
I was impressed with Joyce, man. I want to see him in 3 fighters. Prince Charles Martin is a good one. Herkovich is a good one, or Joseph Parker. I think Joseph Parker's fighting Junior Fowl, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to see Joyce again, man. I mean, that jab, man. And maybe Du Bois wasn't as good as we thought. I didn't believe in Du Bois. Because I saw him against, I forgot a fighter name before this fight.
Yeah,
He
you
did
called it.
not look good at all. He didn't look that. And see, when I look at him, when there's a big or super fight happen, I go back to their previous fight, and it will let me know all the information I need to know. Like, real quick, Canelo and Mayweather, I bet they got that fight because I knew Canelo was going to lose because when I watched Canelo and Trout, I said he couldn't beat Mayweather in a million years because his feet too slow.
Mm-hmm.
And Trout had to fight different because they had open scoring. So he had to be more aggressive, so he was susceptible to Canelo counters, and he got knocked down. But there's always that fight before the big fight that will let me know something.
Yep. Andy K, salute. Sweet Jones, salute. JT, salute. Yeah, man, Kurt. I was like, man, this dude is so slow. But the thing is, right, Kurt, Raphael Murphy, salute. Yasharah Ben Israel, salute. What's good with you, man? My thing is, non-ether media group, salute. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that punch to land. And the thing is, like when he was throwing the right hand, he was stumbling. Joe Joyce was. He was stumbling all over the place. Now I put too much stock in Daniel DuBois. I'm just gonna flat out let y'all know I put too much stock in him, and he couldn't get out the way of the jab. Cry 74-35 salute. He couldn't get out the way of the jab, man. No adjustments.
I told you I don't call him the juggernaut. I call him Joe Dr. Frankenstein or Frankenstein Joyce because that's what he reminded me of. Even when he was moving, he moved like Frankenstein.
Yep. Vision said DuBois looks like Razor Ruddock, but fights like Butterbean. So, my brother Lyman Paulie, salute. My brother Lyman Paulie, man. Lyman, I was just telling them what we was talking on. I say you and Kurt, man, was starting to convince me on Saturday that Joe Joyce was gonna win this fight, man. My brother Keon said, man, we both put too much stock in him. Yeah, man. I'm like I know he ain't the quickest guy in the world either. He ain't exactly a mongoose himself, but I thought that he was more athletic and more explosive than Joe Joyce, you know. But man, I'm like, bro, I know there was no adjustments from Dane DuBois and Joe Joyce when he was throwing the right hands. Curry, every time he threw a right hand, I'm like, look at this guy, man. He's stumbling over himself when he throw a right hand. He's so. Did you see that, Kurt? Every time he threw a right hand, Joe Joyce, it was like his right hand was too heavy for him.
I seen. I'm watching the fight. I'm like, the boys is not that good at all, man. To get hit repeatedly with a jab like that, man, that's because his trainers are very poor. I would not be surprised if he fired his trainer and get an American trainer. I would not be. I'm going to predict that, and I'm predicting it now. He needs a lot of work, man. A lot of work.
And the thing is, Kurt, this is what Keon and Kurt. This is what the biggest disappointment for Joe Joyce was me. I mean, for Dane DuBois. It was that. Look how slow the jab was coming out. And you couldn't get around it. I could get around that jab. My son could get around that jab. It was coming out like it would come out. It would initially come out quick, but it was like it just hit slow motion game, just and his head was popping back. Boop. I'm like, dude, what are we doing here? You can't get up. You can't see that jab. Man, but it was a nice jab. Not to take nothing away from Joe Joyce, man. It was a nice jab. I just thought more of Daniel DuBois. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 900. I just thought more of Daniel DuBois. But I think Joe Joyce will beat Charles Martin, man. You know who I would love to see Joe Joyce fight? Would be action packed. A fight between Joe Joyce and a rematch between him and Alexander Usyk. You know, Usyk beat him in the WBS series.
Right.
Jay Watt said Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz will beat Joe Joyce. If he's in shape, he's too slow for Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz has Mike Tyson edge type of movement. You know what I mean? And his hands are very, very fast. He'll beat Joe Joyce.
When this guy's gonna be back in the ring? He's fighting in
He's
whatchamacallit, right?
Chris Areola.
Right. When is that fight? You know?
No, they keep moving the date. Jafari Caesar said, Kurt, he want to see Joe Joyce and F.A. Ajaba.
Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I love to see the young heavyweights fight each other. I would love to see that. They're both slow as molasses, and I can see the jab landing on Ajaba too because he doesn't move his head. And I may pick Joyce because that fight where he got knocked down, he's wide open, and him getting rid of Ronnie Shells, Ajaba, big mistake. He didn't look good with his new trainer.
No, he didn't. Not at all. Alex Santos, salute. He said, I think Joyce will beat Tony Yoka. You think he'll beat Tony Yoka?
I want to see it. Joyce is not a world beater, but I just got this funny feeling about him that he's going to win fights he ain't supposed to win.
Mm-hmm.
I just got that feeling. Some fighters got that weird intangible that they slow, they sloppy, but somehow, some way, they get the job done.
Yeah, because you know what it is, Kurt? They master what they do. It looks weird to us, but it's not weird to them. Stephen Pope, Coney, salute. Luis Ortiz beats Joe Joyce. Andy Ruiz beats Joe Joyce. Their quick twitch fiber muscles are too much for him. That jab, they'll slip that jab. They have head movement. They'll see that jab coming, they'll slip it, and they'll counter him. F.A. Ajaba, like Kurt said, he's not the quickest guy in the world. His defense is wide open. So Joe Joyce can land that jab. That's a winnable fight for him. And he has a granite chin, man. Like you said, Kurt, it's like a Frankenstein chin, man. A chin is something different, man. But,
he's stumbling around and off balance, but his style is very strange, man. But it's entertaining. I enjoyed watching him fight because he makes me laugh. But he got the job done.
Yeah, he gets the job done. Yeah, Sammy Dumas said, what about him versus Adam Karnacki?
Oh, that would be a fun fight. Karnacki's fighting Hellenius in the rematch, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think Karnacki is going to pace himself against Hellenius in the rematch. I think he'll win it. But
he has no defense, man. None.
No defense. Chris Areola was hitting him with everything but the kitchen sink. And we talking about Chris Areola was passive. I really think they was trying to set up Andy Ruiz versus Karnacki, but he lost. So I got to see I want to see where they go from there. But Joe Joyce, he can't compete with Wilder, Fury, or Joshua. Can you see?
Nah, they too quick. They too quick for him.
Yeah, they too quick with too much power. Man, Joe Joyce, man, I was shocked, man. I'm not shocked the whole time in boxing. Cletus Smith, salute. But I was shocked because I was shocked from the body language, how Daniel DuBose was reacting. He seemed to be deflated in the second round. He didn't think that Joe Joyce's jab was as good as it was, and he seemed to be truly deflated in the second round. Did you see him in the second round, Kurt? He was huffing and puffing, man. He was so tired. Go ahead, Kurt. No, go ahead.
No, he thought he was going to blow Joyce out with power. And, fighters continue to make that mistake about their power. They overestimate their power. You have to set it up, man. He just thought he was going to go in there and, it was going to be a tough fight, but my power eventually will get to Joyce and I'm going to knock him out. And that wasn't the case. You know, George boxed him.
Sure did, man. Now, let me ask you one more thing, Kurt, before we get off. Oscar De La Hoya, Virgil Ortiz, they want to fight with Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford absolutely dominates him. You know, just too slow, man. His feet are too slow. But what you think about him, Kurt? That fight?
I share those same sentiments. Ortiz, a power puncher, he's beating everybody the same way. In hindsight, that is not good. I love a fighter with versatility. Crawford will eat his lunch and dinner and snack. Crawford is a bad matchup for Virgil Ortiz, man. He's strong and big, but that's not going to get it done against a guy like Crawford, you know, or Spence, the elite. You know, you got to box. And, you know, if you catch these guys with a big punch, and that's a bonus, but you just can't go in there because he has the mentality. And I just said it. He go in there and think he can blow everybody away with power. And it will work against C-level competition, but B plus and A-level competition, you know, is not going to work. You know, so if I was him, I would just concentrate on boxing more, but it's too late because he just thinks he can do it. And it looks impressive. And, you know, you got Berlanga, who's another power puncher, but the sweet science of pugilism is this, man. Once you fight better fighters, you know, your power, you can't depend on your power, man. You're going to have to depend on your skill. And Virgil Ortiz and Crawford will box him and then get him out of there. Like Gerard Anderson, I don't like fighters who have slow feet because when you fight fighters who have fast footwork and hands, it's a detriment. It becomes science. It's a matter of time we lose to them. 99 out of 100 times, the fighter with the slow footwork will lose to the fighter with the fast footwork.
I agree, Kurt. Smash that like button, man. Get the likes to 900. Get the likes up to 900. It is fight week, my peopleization. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia fight week, man. It's a huge fight this week, man. A lot of implications. Then next week we got Joshua and Pulev, you know, and then I don't think we have anything after that. I think the show closes after that for a little while till 2021. But this is a huge fight week, man. A lot of implications. You know, all eyes is going to be on this fight for more reasons than one, man. For just the fact that you got Errol Spence returned to the ring for the first time since suffering that horrific car accident. And oh yeah, we got Canelo Alvarez, Kurt. I forgot. Caleb Smith. That's a big fight, Kurt. December 19th. 2 weeks. You know, Caleb Smith is no walk in the park, man. Yeah, AJ Pulev is next week, and then the following week we got Canelo, Caleb Smith. That's not an easy fight. I believe that was the lesser of two fights between talent between him, Canelo, and Caleb Plant. But I mean Caleb Plant and Caleb Smith. But Caleb Smith is no walk in the park. So, you know, oh yeah, and then after that we got Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell fight. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 900. What you think about that fight, Kurt? Smash that like button. Get the likes to 900. That's not an easy fight for Canelo Alvarez. That's a tough fight, man.
Yeah, if Carlos Smith fights smart, then the fight can be very interesting, man. I worry about his footwork. You beat Canelo with footwork. We were just talking about it. He can't let Canelo get too close, but that could be a very interesting fight, man. If Carlos Smith go in there and he wants it and he fights smart, it could be very interesting, man. I'm just happy that we got some good fights in December. I forgot about the Garcia and Campbell fight, which is January 2nd. But you know, the month of December, man, we got some good fights, man.
Sure do, man. So, you know, and then January after Luke Campbell Ryan Garcia fight, then that starts the new year. So I'm sure other fights are going to be in the works and starting to be talked about because they're trying to make fights for February. So, you know, we closing the show great, man. I forgot about those fights. But
I'm looking forward to Taylor and Ramirez good news for that. I think that fight is going to happen. They're already talking about it because the number one, the mandatory Jack Catterall, he took step aside money, so Ramirez and Josh Taylor can fight. So that's very good news. I'm glad. So big ups to Jack Catterall for stepping aside.
And J Rock is fighting. What's his name? What's the guy name that Jamal Charlo fought?
Not Tony Harrison.
No.
You said Jamal Charlo? Jamal Charlo fought?
Yeah, remember the guy from Ireland, Dennis Hogan.
Uh,
Dennis Hogan. They fight December
okay.
26th. December 26th.
Oh, I didn't know that. December 26th? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, December 26th. That's a good fight too.
Okay, I didn't know that. Dennis Hogan is a tricky boxer, man. I thought J Rock would be better than that, man. He has the worst intangible a fighter can have. Lapses on defense. That's a bad intangible to have.
Wow. Lawrence Williams said the fight was pushed back because J Rock got the virus.
Well, man, this virus is this. My state is on lockdown. They keep pushing my Steelers game back. It was supposed to have been tomorrow. Now it's Wednesday, man. This thing it's horrible. So they pushed back the Hogan and oh man. Well, anyway, that's a tricky fight for J-Rock. That's no walk in the park.
No, it's not. That's what I said. Candy Slim 501. He said, "Oh yeah, Jerron Ennis fights on the 12th too. I think December 12th."
I haven't heard anything with your. Is that fight is official? Because I haven't heard anything.
They're talking about Ennis fighting Thomas Delorme.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Lawrence Williams just said Delorme came down with the virus, so his fight with Ennis is pushed back, and Van Hernen is a possible opponent for Boots now December 19th. Wow. Wow.
Thanks for the information, Lawrence. Man, this COVID, it's really. And see, I'm a huge college football fan. It's just messing up everything, man. They're not taking this COVID serious. Americans are the weakest people mentally, man. Seriously, we don't take nothing serious, man. This disease is going to be, this flu, this whatever, it's going to be around for a while, man, because we don't listen. We're in the second wave. They already locked New Jersey down again, now in the economy. But, fights being pushed back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I saw the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, everybody, 19 players tested positive, man. Keith Johnson, salute. It's a tough time, man. Hopefully we can get these fights over the hump. But go ahead, Kurt, any last word? Oh, before we get out of here, Kurt, I forgot another fight. We got one more fight to talk about. Danny Jacobs, Gabe Rosario.
Oh boy.
I was so disappointed in that fight, man. So disappointed. I personally thought Gabe Rosario won. And I love Danny Jacobs. Good dude, man. I love Danny Jacobs. No sense of urgency. No sense of urgency. He didn't land double-digit punches the entire fight. It was just like, man, I can't even see with that type of approach, that type of mentality, I can't see him winning. I can't see him beating Caleb Plant or Benavidez or I can't see him beating any of these guys. I don't think he's going to beat Billy Joe Saunders. But what was your thoughts on it, Kurt?
Very disappointing, man. Danny Jacobs has this mentality, unlike Charlo and Tank and other fighters that are killers, man. He's the total opposite. Now it's even worse. I thought he was like that when he took on Golovkin. He could have beat Golovkin easy.
Canelo?
I call him the reluctant warrior because he's in the ring, but he'll just do enough just to hang in there. He's a big dude. It was a terrible performance. Him and Rosado, there was talking, all this trash talk, and nothing came about. Danny Jacobs made a ton of money. People don't realize how much money he made. So I think that's a factor. I just don't think he wants to fight anymore. He just going through the motions. No fire whatsoever. He was very, very fortunate to get that decision, man. And he'll be a guy that's going to lose. I don't think he can beat Sanders either. I think he's going to lose. The first elite fighter he fights, he's going to lose. He doesn't have that fire anymore. I can see it. He's trying to get, but I can see he doesn't care. He made money. The Canelo, Deverenchenko, Golovkin, Chavez. Danny's paid, and that's why he didn't want to give his trainer. He didn't want to pay his trainer. Danny, he's comfortable and he's set.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing, Kurt. Billy Joe Flanders fights this weekend too. Martin Murray fight.
Yeah, his fifth try for a title. 5, Martin Murray.
Mm-hmm. But so he beats Martin Murray. They're gonna set up Danny Jacobs and Billy Joe Saunders, and I think BK Chef salute. I think Billy Joe Saunders is gonna beat Danny Jacobs. He don't have no urgency. He didn't show urgency in the Canelo fight. He didn't show urgency in the Golovkin fight. If it wasn't for the knockdown early against Sergey Derevyanchenko, he didn't show much urgency in the second half of that fight.
He's doing just enough to stay in the fight, and him being an elite fighter, you know, he's winning close decisions or he's losing fights. He's just doing enough. Danny don't want to fight anymore. I could see it. It's right on his forehead. He has millions of dollars. He's done well for himself. You know, he got the zone deal and all that. If he fights Billy Joe Saunders, that's another multi-million-dollar fight. He don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, it was that outing, man.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, Kurt. I was looking and I'm like, what am I watching here, man? And then on top of it, you know, he was like, well, it was the crowd, you know, the crowd not being the atmosphere. It just was a bad outing in my opinion, man. I was so disappointed. I'm like, what did we just watch here, man? And I can't see him, Kurt. I can't see him beating Caleb Plant. Definitely not. I think David Benavidez might stop him. You know, I can't see it. I just can't see it. Like
I can see Danny quitting on the stool against a fighter like a Benavidez, man. I can see that.
Yeah, it's like you said, Kurt. He's complacent. He made big money, and it's like it's over.
He has some Buster Douglas in him, put it like that.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing is, his approach is like I'm so elite. You know what I mean? I'm on another level than everybody else. But then he get in the ring, and the ring announcer said it. He was like, he's acting like him and Gabe Rosado on 2 different levels, but they seem to be on the same level to me. And I thought Gabe Rosado won the fight. Did you think you thought Danny won it, or you thought Gabe won?
It could have seriously knocked the belt out. It could have been a draw, you know, or I wouldn't have a problem either way. Danny Jacobs won it, split decision, but if we would have gave it to Rosado, I wouldn't have complained one bit. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have complained.
Then the announcer said, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Danny. I'm like, wait, what?
That was funny.
I laughed. Yeah, I just knew. I just knew Gabe Rosado won.
Yeah, you see his face. He was happy, and then it said, I thought that was funny, man. I really did.
Both of their reaction, because Danny thought he lost.
Yep.
And he started to. Yeah, he started to walk away, and then he
Yep.
realized, and you heard Gabe Rosado say, "Wait, who won?" That was
Unbelievable. Only boxing, man.
only in boxing. But hey, Kurt, let's close it out. Let's get out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great boxing talk, man. We have a big fight this Saturday. I can't wait. Errol Spence is back. A whole month of December, we got some great fights, man. It's good to talk about boxing. I got mixed feelings about Tyson and Jones. It is what it is. It's past. But this is the fight I want to talk about on Saturday. So we'll be back tomorrow. It's fight week. Everybody enjoy the night. And we got a big fight Saturday night.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. I absolutely cannot wait, man. I was waiting all this time for this weekend, Kurt, and now it's here. I can't wait to see the weigh-in. I'm absolutely uh, uh, excited about this, man. This is the biggest fight uh, this year. Do you agree with that, Kurt?
Who was fought this year? Man, my memory's failing me.
Oh well, Teofimo
Uh,
Lopez Lomachenko.
Yeah, I would say Lomachenko and Lopez is the biggest fight, but this fight has a lot of intrigue, man, because you just don't know. I hate to say it, how Errol's going to come back. I have faith, but that's the $64,000 question. So we'll see Saturday night. I'm gonna order this fight. I ain't streaming nothing. I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna buy the fight, and I'm watching and enjoy myself.
Yeah, that's one more thing I wanted to touch on too, Kurt. They saying that, but I don't know if you had this issue with the Triller, but they was telling me because due to the high volume of people that bought the pay per view, my stream kept rewinding every 3 to 4 minutes. It would rewind and start over the whole entire time. So I contacted them, and they said it was due to the high volume of pay per views. And then, ironically enough, the co-owner of Triller, he came out and stated that the pay per views for it is on pace to offset Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor pay per view.
Oh heck no, no. If that
That's what he said.
what
Yep,
what?
that's exactly what he said.
Hey, Blue or anybody, as soon as somebody gets some pay-per-view numbers, please let me know.
Yep.
Please don't. If that's the case, then it's a sad day for both.
Yeah, that's why I said I wanted to make that show because I contacted because I paid my money, and I'm like, why is my stream doing this? Man, it keep starting over. I was so upset. I'm like, I couldn't enjoy the fight. So my brother-in-law had to put the fight on. If you put it on in Spanish on my and where I'm at, you put it on in Spanish, it was clearer. But I was running it from my phone to my TV, and he didn't have the connection. So I was watching it halfway on his phone and halfway on TV because it kept rewinding. And when I contacted them, they said due to the high volume, pay-per-view volume, the demand that it destroyed their system. It knocked their system out.
Boy, I want to see some pay-per-view numbers, man. If that's the case, man, I don't want to hear there ain't no face of boxing. It's vacant. Mike Tyson's still a face after 30-something years.
After 30 years.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I got to see the numbers. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait. And then the guy, like I said, he came out and he said that it's on pace. He said to his surprise. So that's what made me, believe him because he's like, to my surprise and to all of our surprise, we are, jumping for joy because we are on pace to break Mayweather Conor McGregor record.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yep. Yep. So if that's the case, man, that's why I said I got to do this show with you and Blood, and because imagine Floyd Miller come back and he does an exhibition and it beats it's like these two dudes are 44 and 54 years old and they're still running the sport. They're competing with each other, and they both retired.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you're right.
Just think about that, Kurt.
Yeah.
They both retired, and they competing with each other.
Look till the numbers come back. I think I'm alive when if these numbers did what I think it did, I'm gonna have a field day because I'm gonna be like, are you serious?
You know how you gotta look. I'm just thinking, right? If you are active fighting on pay-per-view, and your pay-per-view is doing less than 54-year-old Mike Tyson and Roy Jones exhibition, we know they did well over. We know it's well over $1 million. We know it's well over $1 million.
Unbelievable.
For the system to crash, Kurt. And I heard that they was offering people refunds and everything because the system was crashing. So you know, it was crashing.
Well, let me say something real quick. I was shocked when Logan Paul and Nate what's his name, Robinson?
Yeah.
Got $600,000.
Right.
I said, what?
Yeah. Yeah. You can't make this up. Pull counter Boston saluting the super chat said, Blue, how do Bud Crawford fan get around the fact that Bud don't want to fight the top welterweights? That's not a pound for pound attitude. I don't think it's not that he don't want to fight them. I think that he's misjudging the business. I don't think that he's avoiding fighting them per se. Like he's not willing to get in the ring. It's the business part that's not clicking in my opinion. It's just the business part. He don't understand the business part. Like Kurt said, he thinks his skill set in the ring, is what controls the negotiations, and that's not what happens. Geo James Khalil 98, Real McCoy, salute. They say he won't fight Sean Porter. Yeah. But that's because they also said, man, Keith Thurman immediately priced himself out. He asked for $10 million. Huh? He didn't price himself out. He was the face of the welterweight division at one point. So how is $10 million for Keith Thurman pricing himself out? That just goes to show you they don't understand the business part. And they're lost with that. That's where they're losing. And they refuse to make adjustments. Ironically. So, but yeah, let's get out of here, Kurt. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.